Yo, what's going on? Hold on, let me get this shit right. Hold on, man. Get caught up in shit. Hold on, man. Yeah, what's popping? We got J Lo. Hey, motherfuckers, and we got J Lo in the building. Hey, man, got the club going up on a Tuesday. Hey, that's just gonna be nice though. It's a little appetizer for Wilder versus Fury 3, but we gotta talk about it, dude. Um, I'm actually excited about this fight, dude. I'm excited about this fight. This fight is most definitely um something I'm waiting for. I think that Camboso's got it. Camboso, he got it. And a lot of people may not think it, but I think he got it most definitely. Hold on, let me let everybody know I'm live right now. And I still got money on that fight. Said what it do. Yeah, matter of fact, shout out to everybody. I still gotta go hit up my people because I made bets around this fight. I said, oh yeah, I got Cambosis. And people like, all right, man, what are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, Cambosis is ready. And they're like, oh well, Teofimo just came off of this. This is here. Check this out, y'all. Boxing is not a popularity contest. I mean, it's all about being popular and making money and this and that. But I'm saying your popularity don't win fights unless if it goes to the scorecards. Shit, man. Um, Most definitely. Look, I think Teofimo Lopez he underestimated this guy, but now it's starting to come back to bite him in the ass. And the worst thing that he can do right now, the worst thing he can do right now is lose. So he probably gonna be fighting his ass off, but like I said, the worst thing that can happen to him right now is if he lose. And people like, oh no, ain't no way Teofimo will lose. He just beat Lomachenko. He just beat Lomachenko and all this. Dude, how long ago did he beat Lomachenko? How long ago was it? Last time I checked, it was like a year ago. Last time I checked, it was a year ago when he fought Lomachenko. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, that ring rush shit is real, man. It's real. We see it. We see it with these good boxers, dude. The last performance we seen him was a year ago, and you're like, oh man, they did their thing. They did their thing a year ago. But here we are today. We don't know what he's gonna look like when he get in that ring. Short camp, short notice. And you fighting on Tuesday. We got J Lo in the motherfucking building on a Tuesday night. I'm over here laughing. My dude said we got J Lo because that's what he said. That's what his pop said. He said this event is big. We gonna have J Lo in the motherfucking building. We gonna have everybody in the building. We gonna have J Lo in the motherfucking building. And then them boys is fighting in the small room at that. Like, dude, for 5,000 people is gonna be there. No, that's the max. That's the max amount. 5,000 people. Uh, yeah, man. We got J Lo in the motherfucking building. We definitely do. But yeah, let me let my people know we are here live because we just sit here talking that shit, man. Sick. Said that shit gonna do 2 million pay-per-view buys on a Tuesday. Imagine that. Imagine that, man. I'm gonna get my people up in here. But yeah, say, hey yo, what's going on, man? Hold on, let me drop that link up in there. He said them ticket sales wasn't looking too good. Now they fighting on a damn Tuesday now. Yo, hold on, son. Hey man, look, I'm sorry, dude, but it's like, dude, how you go from talking all that, yeah, we got J-Lo in the motherfucking building. We gonna do 2 million plus to fight on a damn Tuesday. What's that song? Got the club going up on a Tuesday. Yeah, it's going up on a fucking Tuesday for $20, man. But you know the real niggas gonna be there screaming the hell out that shit. That shit gonna
What's going on, y'all?
that pay-per-view gonna do as much as a local rapper out here, dude.
Yo, hold up. What did I miss? So this nigga who got Coward 19 fighting on the Tuesday for real?
Yeah, he fighting on the Tuesday before Wilder versus Fury 3.
Good. Fuck him. He deserves that. I hope he get his ass knocked out. You don't play with that shit, bro. You kind
Yep.
of touched on that last week. You don't do that shit. That's
That
wrong,
pick
bro. It's karma. I hope he get his ass knocked to the next century.
said we gotta wait over a year just to see Kambosos get slept. I ain't saying Kambosos getting slept. I got money on Kambosos. And yeah,
I
call me
don't know.
crazy.
Kambosos getting slept now.
I ain't saying he getting slept. I'm picking Kambosos to win. You know why? And I have legit reasons why I believe he's gonna win. And tell
I'm
me if
picking.
I'm wrong.
I'm picking him to win too. Actually,
Huh?
I'm picking him to win. Also,
Even Kambosos told him, look, Kambosos told me himself. He said, man, I ain't coming there to just lay down. I'm coming there to
nuts.
take all them belts. I think that Teofimo Lopez, his ego's crushed, dude. From talking all that big shit to now
Oh yeah.
fighting Tuesday in the small venue for $20 pay-per-views, bro. Timing is everything. Kambosos is fucking pissed off. Kambosos is in the gym. Kambosos been in the gym, and Kambosos didn't have COVID, right? So, if all things considered, if Teofimos is a cancer, no, not a cancer, but if he's a COVID survivor, isn't his performance not going to be as what it's cracked out to be? What you think? Could be wrong. I could be wrong, but honestly, I see Kambosos taking it just based off the timing. Maybe if he would have fought Kambosos right away like he was supposed to, but I'm thinking the timing, man. It sounds good. Anyone can talk a good game, our man. Yeah, anyone can talk a good game. That's true. But like I said, it's been a whole year. It's been a year since Teofimo Lopez fought, dude. He's a big 135 pounder, dude. He's a big 135 pounder, dude. What if, since this fight is such on a short notice, shit don't do right? I'm telling you, man, those short camps.
Salute, chat.
What's going on,
What's
bro?
up? What's up? Long time, man. I was busy just, you know, making this money like usual.
I feel that. Shit.
Staying on the grind.
I'm gonna save me some money. Save me some money instead of spending $60 or $70 on pay-per-view. I get to watch Kambosos versus Teofimo Lopez for $20 in
That's
your
a fact.
city.
That's a fact. Yeah, I heard they got the fight date set. It's in November, right?
No,
No?
October 5th,
Oh, okay, October.
the Tuesday before Wilder versus Fury 3.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's the Benavidez fight that's in November.
Yeah. They should have just put that on the Canelo Plant undercard. I don't know what they doing, but hey.
Benavidez fight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right about that.
But yeah, Teofimo Lopez dude versus Kambosos, man. It's just so crazy that we did all that just to come here.
Yeah, man. I don't get it. Like they fighting in MSG, the Hulu Arena or some shit like that. You know, hopefully they make more money. I guess that's what it's about. You know,
I feel like it's a waste of money, and now they just trying to get like a
it
bit.
is.
They just trying to recoup a little bit of what they can. Man,
Right.
hey, what do you speaking of purse bids and this and that, what do you think about DAZN buying Sean Porter versus Errol Spence? No, Sean Porter versus Terrence Crawford, I meant.
You know, man. You know, I don't know how I feel about that.
Sean Porter versus Terrence Crawford on DAZN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. How you feel about that?
I don't mind. Wherever it goes, I'm watching it.
You're right.
Hopefully it happens, man. I've been hearing people saying, oh, Sean Porter's going to pull out. Al
I don't
Heyman's
think so.
to pull out. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Like, this is a good. There's no. What else is there for Sean Porter? Keith Thurman? Nah, that's cool.
Sean Porter's not scared of to fight Terrence Crawford. You know,
yeah, exactly.
And don't be surprised if it's an upset, because Porter's no joke.
He's a two-time welterweight champion.
Right. You know, because we haven't seen Crawford in a really, really tough fight. Somebody that's like a 50-50 fight. So we don't know how Crawford's going to look. He looks good with, certain fighters. But, most of the time he's going to dominate these fighters because it's not a 50-50 fight. You know?
Porter said, he's like, man, I ain't going to let this guy reset. I would stay on.
Because he never been rushed. And you know how Porter fights. He's like a street fighter. He coming at you. You know? And
he got skills, man. I think
he got skills, but
he got skills.
He's bringing a fight to you, man. Somebody in I think Crawford's team was saying that he's an in shape street fighter.
No, that's what Errol Spence said on the press conference for their fight.
Oh, okay. No, but I think somebody from the team just said that though. They repeated that like a week ago.
Repeated that?
Yeah.
Hey, they can say all that, but there's only one person that's about to in the ring with him.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So it is what it is. I mean, the last nigga who said that, he got hit more times than he ever been hit in his whole time career. Right? And that's not my opinion. That's a fact. They said he's been hit by Sean Porter more times than he's been hit in his pro and his amateur career.
Yeah, that was a tough fight. You talking about Errol Spence, right?
Yeah, Errol Spence.
Yeah, that was a real tough fight for Errol, and he was overlooking
He's overlooking
Porter.
His fans were saying, "Oh, he gonna knock Porter. He barely got past Danny Garcia. He gonna knock Porter." Man, I'm like, dude, I swear I was like one of the few, but I was rolling with Spence to win. But I still said, man, he's not gonna knock this guy out, yo. I'm telling you. But hey, we'll see.
Sean Porter's a tough dude, man.
Dude, I had a party for that fight at my crib. My girl threw like a little thing for her girls and whatever. They came through, and my homies, we came through and watched the fight. And when I say that fight caught the eye of everyone there, dude, I'm like, this is what it's about, dude. These brothers are going at it. They're in shape. They're champions. There's animosity built up. Dude, that shit had my house cracking. Everybody's like, yo, who are these guys?
Yeah, it was a pretty close fight until, honestly, yeah, it was super close. It was real close until Spence got that little knockdown.
I know Kenny Porter was like, fuck.
Yeah.
He almost had the solid either win or contested draw, man. I'm telling you, like, dude, I don't know, man. It was looking like a draw into that knockdown.
Yeah, but most of Porter fights is like that. It's always real close with top competition.
Dude, I was thinking before that car accident, I was like, man, he fuck around, just run that shit right back.
Yeah.
Because I like that. I miss build-ups like that, dude.
Yeah.
I watched everything about that. I watched the Fight Camp series. I watched everything. Porter's coaches was really on his ass, dude.
Yep. Checkmate Boxing said it was tied till the 10th. Yep. It definitely was.
Yeah. But what my favorite sequence in there is when Porter was like hitting them with some left rights, and then he like basically flipped them over and started doing it again. I'm like, yo, I ain't never seen nobody do Errol Spence like this.
Yo, one thing you're gonna get your money worth with Porter fights, man. It's gonna be exciting. That's one thing you don't have to worry about. He's delivering the fight to you, man. And you better be ready. So Crawford, I haven't seen nobody rush Crawford like that aggressively. You know what I'm saying? Because Porter's a thinker. He like to think and switch. And when somebody's coming at you like that, how you gonna react when you ain't got time to really adjust?
When you don't got time to adjust and think, or
right,
you fucking around and try to switch from orthodox to softball and get hit, get rushed, get ahead, but then your whole game plan fucked up because you leaking out your nose. Then what? You can't breathe.
That's a fact.
I'm just saying, shit happens. That's one thing I love about this sport, dude. And that's why I'm rolling with Kambosos, because you never know until you step into that motherfucking ring, dude. I'm telling you.
I'm going for Kambosos too. He's a tough fighter.
And all the stars are aligned on him right now. Teofimo, he's having a little bit of bad luck getting COVID and shit. Fights getting postponed. Yeah. You see how crazy that sounds when I say that? And then his fans be looking at me crazy. I'm like, well, we have to consider it, right? Because he did have COVID.
And he from Brooklyn. He from my city, man. He's a clown, man.
Yeah.
He's straight clown.
That karma's, God don't like that ugly shit.
Yeah, I liked him in the beginning, but when he started doing all this talking and ducking and, moving funny with Devin Haney.
Talking funny too.
Yeah, like just fight the man. Y'all. He said he don't need to fight or whatever. All right.
I'm undisputed. The whole time you worry about undisputed, all that shit, this guy from Australia finna fuck around and snatch your belts. Then we're gonna be talking about Kambosos versus Devin Haney. Then what? Then what? Then only thing you can get back is Lomachenko. And Top Rank gonna be like, yeah, fuck it. Go ahead, that Lomachenko rematch.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is what it is. You see, it's like Bob Arum, he knew what he was doing. He's like, all right, shit, go ahead. Go ahead, get that money.
Right.
But when you're done, just know where you're coming back to.
He wasn't the big star as he thought he was, Teofimo. He was getting too cocky and this is what happens when you get too cocky.
Motherfucker said, we got J-Lo.
Right.
We got J-Lo.
J-Lo, she didn't even shout him out.
J-Lo not coming out on no damn Tuesday night, boy. Stop playing.
That's a fact.
Hey, let me say this about the. I wanted to jump on. I definitely wanted to give my 2 cents on the Porter Spence fight. The thing about it is, Earl fought with, you know what I mean? He didn't fight strategically. He fought to prove something. It was about his pride. I want to outgun. You know what I mean? I want to outgun the gunner. That's not his style. You know what I mean? Earl was a doghouse, but he fought Sean Porter's fight. And his goal was to beat Sean Porter at Sean Porter's fight. If you look at when Earl fought Mikey, we saw a dimension of Earl we never knew existed. The man threw 1,082 punches. Do y'all hear me? Wow. As a welterweight, 1,082 punches in a shutout boxing, dart in and out angles performance. When he fought Sean Porter, that was personal. So therefore, he didn't fight the best fight. You know what I mean? He won. Don't get me wrong. He won.
Him the fight. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because that shit damn near cost him the fight.
What cost him?
Trying to fight Sean Porter fight. They say
that's my point.
They said Sean Porter hit him more times than he ever been hit in his career that night.
That's my whole point. He fought. He didn't fight strategically. He fought. he didn't fight the game plan. He fought Sean Porter's fight. And his goal was, I'm going to show you that I'm stronger than you. I'm better than you. You should never go out like that. You should be able to take advantage of it. You have too many skills to fight Sean Porter at his game. You won because it was tied until the 10th. Once the 10th, then it was tied, and then Spence took the last couple of rounds, and that was the separation.
But
it was
my question to you: do you think he had a choice? Because even if he would have fought his own fight, Sean Porter still would have been super aggressive coming at him. Do you think he would have? You know what I'm saying? Had to adjust? Because I think he would.
He absolutely could have fought a different fight. He could have outboxed him. He chose not to. You know what I mean? Again, when you look at Errol Spence, it's certain things that he does that he neutralized people with his jab and that body, thing. But he was just going blow for blow, rock'em sock'em Mexican style. But that's not really his style. There's usually some strategic, appointment. Like I said, I point to the Mikey Garcia fight. He said he fought Mikey Garcia that way because everybody assumed Mikey was the boxer, including myself. He said, since everybody think he's the boxer, I'm going to outbox the boxer. And when it came to Sean Porter, he said, everybody think he's the thug, he's the dog, I'm going to outdog the dog. And it was the wrong strategy. He won, but he should not have done like.
So are you telling us that that Bud's going to go in there and fight him smarter way, or what? Because Bud has a habit of trying to fight people their certain ways and end up taking some punches. You know what I'm saying?
Like absolutely. And this is why many people won't agree with me, but I think Sean Porter will beat Bud because no one has ever pressured Bud that way. And Bud is too light in the ass. He's been already knocked. You know what I mean? He's been, wobbled on too many, occasions. So when you talk about somebody like a football player who's rough and tough and rugged,
and Porter got a serious chin, man.
Bud has never faced a fighter like Sean Porter. Now, listen, Bud got better skills than Porter. You know what I mean? But it's more about that style. Styles make fights. I don't think Bud has enough to keep Porter off of him.
When's the last time Bud fought an athletic Black American fighter? In their prime.
Good question.
I don't think he ever did.
You see what happened?
I don't.
You know why Sean Porter versus Errol Spence was, I consider, a real throwback fight? Because it's two athletic Black Americans fighting each other. And it's like, oh, you're not going to beat this guy off your pure athleticism because he got what you got too. Yep. So now y'all having a dog fight.
But look at this, Art, man. You see the way what's his name? The guy that just beat Pacquiao. What's his name?
Ugas.
Ugas. The way Ugas fought Sean Porter is the way I would think, you know what I mean? Errol Spence probably would have. Sean Porter was hesitant to rush in. Why? Every time he rushed in, that jab was in his face. He basically neutralized. I believe Ugas beat Sean Porter. I always said it. I said Ugas won that fight because he neutralized.
I don't agree, but go on.
I love
you can watch it again.
No, I rewatched it. I could say, yeah, Ugas would have won if they would have ruled that a knockdown. Otherwise,
I gotta give it another watch.
Otherwise, I saw 6-6.
You saw it a draw. I saw it. I gave it to Ugas by a round. It was, to me, I felt like he neutralized.
Did you count that knockdown? Did you count that knockdown? Because based off what I've seen, I'm like, dude, if they're not calling that knockdown, and I'm judging the score in this fight, I gotta give it a 6-6 because it's not like Ugas went out there and totally outclassed him like he did.
No, he didn't.
It was still a tough
fight. He just neutralized him.
I don't think he outclassed him though. I think neutralization and outclassing somebody are two different things.
He didn't outclass him at all. He neutralized him the same way that again, Sean Porter looked perplexed. We used to seeing him going 100 miles per hour. He did not do that in that fight because every time he tried, he had a stiff jab. He had a stiff counter.
But when he did get in, he was rocking Ugas shit, his right hands. Ugas was feeling it. Ugas was feeling it.
Ugas don't have that much power.
And he had Ugas leaking out his mouth.
Ugas is strong. He's big. He's strong, but he doesn't have that much power. If Errol Spence was in there with Manny, Earl would have knocked Manny out. Plain and simple.
I agree.
We know that. We know that.
Yeah, we know that.
I think it's Bud too. If Bud was in there too, I think Bud is the worst matchup for Pacquiao.
I agree.
Yeah, Earl would have knocked him out. And see that was the reason why my little, I've been feeling down, a little bit about boxing because of the Wilder Fury 3 cancellation and the Spence cancellation. You know what I mean? So I felt like I was like, listen, I think Pacquiao was old. He surprised me. Pacquiao still has some speed, but he was one-dimensional. And because of his one-dimensional, he was, his punches was telegraphed. Every time he went pat, guess what Ugas did? He put the high guard up. It was the same thing over and
over. I've always felt that Pacquiao is one-dimensional. He only knows how to fight coming forward.
Right.
He caught Ugas with some shit in that fight. I feel like he was surprised that Ugas didn't get hurt or go down. The very first thing I noticed when that fight happened, when the bell sounded, I noticed, damn, Ugas is way bigger than this guy, Manny Pacquiao. Yeah. Manny Pacquiao looks small and old in there. And
he's big.
I think Ugas would have beat him in his prime. I think he would
I don't.
I don't think
not in his prime.
I think so. I think it's just a bad style matchup for Pacquiao. That's why.
Look, you can notice. Pacquiao said he had problems with his legs. If you notice, because Ugas,
he always got a problem.
But I will tell you this: I did notice when Ugas hit him with a low blow on, he hit him on the hip, and if you notice that Manny was he was like shaking his leg at that time. It was early in the fight. Ugas had an incredible body attack. He did something nobody does to Manny. All he did was stick that. You know where he got that from? He got that from Floyd. He got that from Floyd. That lead right jab to the belly.
I think I gotta rewatch that fight, but I think his very first punch in the fight was like a left straight to the stomach.
I think it was too, if I remember correctly.
Because that's the first thing I noticed. As soon as they squared up, he just went right to the stomach. I gotta rewatch that fight, but I swear that was
perfect game.
I mean, Adonis Ugas looked awesome out there. I don't think people want to give him his credit, but he looked awesome out there with
he looked incredible.
He looked incredible.
Can you say that
perfect game plan?
This is the biggest win for a Cuban boxer ever?
No, because Manny is 42. If it was Manny in his prime, remember Jeff Horn just beat him. You know what I mean? He's so
we can't do that though, because Earl would have got full credit if he would have demolished him.
You said he wouldn't,
but I tell you this,
No, I said Earl would have got full credit for if he went in there and demolished Pacquiao. So Ugas should get the same credit.
Ugas should get the same credit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think anybody's taking anything away
does get the credit, but we still got to put things. Listen, you can't. Ugas fought a masterful fight. His game plan, taking that body, high guard, doing the pity pats. He had a masterful plan. You can't take them about it. But Manny still was older, a little bit slower, and he was still 42. So we got to put things in perspective.
But I got a question.
That's like Danny McBride. Let me say this: Danny McBride beat Mike Tyson. Did we say he's the greatest because he beat? Look at all the losses of Roy Jones at the end of his career. So we got to put those things in perspective. We can't just eliminate those factors. So when you say it's the greatest,
I feel like it's different because he's coming off a great win against Keith Thurman. Like he's the only person that beat Keith Thurman. That's
right.
You got to think about that.
All right, man.
Thurman was the.
All right, man. I was about to say this, but it was a 2-year layoff. Manny was off for 2 years, so we got to factor all of that in.
But
and Manny
Keith
wasn't
I
in
mean,
his
Thurman was
prime.
kind of off
Earl,
for a
Keith
while too,
wasn't.
right?
But Keith was
Yeah,
off though,
Keith
was
came
he
off
not?
layoff as well.
So it's more
I
what
mean,
Manny
I'm
was
sorry.
in
He
rather
was coming
than
off
what
that
Ugas did in that fight.
Lopez victory, but he struggled off that a little
he
bit.
struggled. He almost got stopped in the 7th round when he fought Josecito Lopez. I remember. And I was like,
Yeah,
man,
he
if he
definitely got
fight
hurt.
Manny, bro,
I mean,
he
that
losing.
wasn't prime Keith. That wasn't prime Keith. He came back from injuries. He came back from these layoffs. It wasn't prime Keith. But I gave
Invisible
Manny
injuries,
credit for doing what he
invisible
did
car accidents.
because of his age and how he did it. But
No,
it
you
was a
gotta give
good
Manny
win. It was an incredible win for Ugas. I don't take anything away from him because I told people Ugas would win. It's like I said, Earl would knock him out. But for me, it was about passing the torch. And Earl should have got that torch, and he'll never get that chance now. And that's the sad part about it.
Did Pacquiao officially retire or no? I haven't heard anything just yet.
Yeah, but we've said passing the torch is Manny is a legend.
Right.
It doesn't matter if Earl beat Ugas or not. It was that legend passing the torch. You understand what I'm saying?
I get you.
That was we know you the heir apparent, and that would have solidified it, even though it was symbolic because Manny is older, but passing that torch. And so.
Now I have a question. How do you think him versus Ugas versus Bud or Ugas versus Spence plays out?
I think it's gonna be a dogfight.
I think Crawford could beat Ugas.
I think Porter could beat Ugas in a rematch.
You said Porter?
Yep.
Yeah. I see that.
I don't think Ugas not that he's strong. He's big and he's strong, but he just don't have a lot of power. I do think Bud can beat Ugas, but I think Spence is going to beat Ugas, but Bud can beat Ugas. Just like I think Sean Porter is going to beat Bud. This styles make fights.
Who do y'all think Ugas should fight next?
Yeah. Why you think Sean gonna beat him in a rematch though? You seen what Sean looked like after that Ugas fight?
Yeah.
You see what Sean looked after that Ugas fight?
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah,
he was beat up.
Well, I thought Ugas beat Porter.
And then he fought what's his name? Formella. Looked
Ugas
like
can fight.
Crazy.
No,
man.
he's good. Ugas is very good.
I'm saying, what do y'all think is next for Ugas though? What do y'all think he should do next?
Bud. I don't see it happening right away.
I want to see Bud, but
realistically,
realistically,
Al Heyman is not
and
let that
Errol, we don't know how
Al
Errol's
Heyman
looking right now. So I don't know, man.
Al Heyman is
Who's
not
there
going
for him right now?
You know what I think?
Oh, I'm sorry. Al Heyman is not going to allow him to fight Bud unless Bud is PBC.
This is what I
fight Keith Thurman. I think he should fight Keith Thurman at the end of the year.
This is what I think. I think Keith Thurman fighting Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, it's in the works.
And then I
think so.
I think
Ugas.
I
don't want to see that, man.
Well, I think Ugas will fight Jamal James next because Jamal James has like the secondary version of his belt.
Yeah, but what is that? The WBA shot, right? They're gonna get rid of that shit anyway.
Yeah, and it'll be a rematch. It'll be a rematch too. They'll fuck around had that shit in where? They'll fuck around had that fight here in Minnesota at the Armory. Ugas versus Shango, too? Shit. Dude, after people seen Ugas beat Manny Pacquiao, and I don't know if they're out here in Minnesota, but the Armory,
I don't think they have it out there by you.
They've been killing it over here, Fox. They got this venue. It's called the Armory. It's a big ass venue in Minneapolis and all that shit. That's where the Michael Fox and what's his name fought at the robbery.
The Maestre, the cheater.
Yeah, the notorious robbery.
The robbery. Yeah, I was at that fight. But anyways, yeah, if they do Shango versus Ugas rematch at the Armory, man, that's just
wait a minute, they fought already. That's right. Who won? Who won that fight? Jamal James did, right?
No, Ugas won.
No, he lost.
He only got one. He only got one loss, and that's to Ugas. And rumor has it, my people. I spoke to my people out here. They said that James actually took that fight on a short notice, like on a 2-week camp type shit.
I think it was a UD or a split decision.
It was like a split decision. It was a close match, but it was good. Ugas did his thing. But Jamal James.
That was a unanimous decision.
Oh, that was a unanimous decision?
Was it unanimous? Okay.
It was
unanimous.
unanimous.
It was still a good fight. It was still a good fight. Jamal James.
Yeah, for sure.
He improved, and he has a following. So if that fight was to happen here, I'm talking about business-wise and makes sense-wise when it comes to these belts or whatever. And I'm pretty sure that would be his mandatory as well. But yeah, right here in the Armory, that's big money.
I mean, but doesn't unification trumps mandatory?
But who's he gonna fight?
I mean,
he can't fight.
If
he really has nobody else.
Yes, Bud needs to call him out.
He has to fight his mandatory.
Buddy, listen, I'm gonna say the reason why I'm saying this, right? Y'all may or may not agree, but he beat Bud in the amateurs for one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Bud should want to get his get back. Number two, if Bud were to beat Ugas and get that belt, we get closer to undisputed, and the Bud could go to Spence, and say, look, I got 2 belts, you got 2, 50-50. It's easier to make.
That's what we want to happen. That's what we want to happen. But realistically, you already know how it's going to go, man. Whoever wins this purse bid, I feel like that's who Bud's going to roll with. If the Zone wins this purse bid, I feel like Terence Crawford was signed to.
I hope that
look, imagine if the Zone wins this purse bid and then give Terence Crawford $7 million type shit.
Jesus Christ. I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I'm dead serious.
You say you don't want to.
It sounds like a nightmare.
Because it'll fuck around and happen. Next thing you know, it's Sean Porter versus Bud Crawford on the Zone. Or they'll have a rematch on that motherfucker too.
But I really do think that Porter has a great chance to beat Bud. I think he's got an excellent chance to beat Bud.
It is, man. It's boxing, dude.
I mean, I honestly would not mind if Porter gets past Bud, which I think is has a great chance of happening. I wouldn't mind seeing a Porter versus Ugas or a Porter versus Spence rematch. That first, match like you touched on earlier was great. That was excellent. I wouldn't mind seeing them do it again.
For Undisputed.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, for Undisputed.
We need some legendary shit. This welterweight division is incredible, man. It's incredible.
But man, Ugas he stopped the guy that Tony Harrison went with a split decision with last fight.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think Ugas he got a solid resume. He got a solid. I mean, people saying his resume is not good in that stuff. He's a dangerous and exactly. And this fight right here shows why he's dangerous. People gave him no chance going into this fight. People saying he's going to get beat, so on and so forth. And he went in there and won. It was unanimous. It wasn't no split decision like Keith. It was a unanimous decision.
And he's better than when he last fought Porter. He's better than that.
Yes, he's improved.
He's more dangerous.
How'd you guys have it for? Did you have it 8-4, 10-2, 9-3, 7-5? How'd you guys have it for Ugas?
For the Ugas fight,
I had it like 10-3. I had it like 10-2.
I had it like
every round after the second round, dude.
I had it Pacquiao only 2 rounds. Probably.
I did too.
I get Pacquiao like 2 rounds. I gotta rewatch that fight. I was lit. I was just like, yo. My pops called me after. My pops is a big Manny Pacquiao fan. And my pops, he was just like, dude, ain't nobody beating Pacquiao right now. And I'm like, all right, watch. Dude, my dad called me. He's like, yeah, dude, that dude with no eyebrows, he kicked his ass, man.
But that bicep injury scared everybody.
It did. So was he injured or not? Because I
don't know if he tripped.
So yeah. So this man, matter of fact, let me play.
And he put something in his bicep, make that shit swole. But during the fight, I didn't see.
To my knowledge, it was an inflammation in his arm. But let's see. Hold on. Let me go to the video because he actually said it.
This nigga fighting off a bicep injury and doing like that.
Any of y'all speak Spanish?
I speak a little bit of Spanish.
But they could get like cortisone shots though before the fight though, to numb that pain and all that stuff.
That's
that
true.
injury, when I saw the picture, I was like, man, at first I was like, Pacquiao
They get a
gonna beat his
waiver.
ass with that injury.
And people were calling us crazy for calling that shit
They
out.
kept saying, "Oh, Pacquiao was gonna knock him out." Pacquiao didn't get a knockout since 2009.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true.
Freddie Roach is good at that. Oh, he knocking people out and sparring. He going for the knockout.
Freddie Roach is good at training fighters on
check
how to
this out.
lunge forward and get
Shout
knocked
out to the
out.
dude, Ringside Views, because he's the one who put me on this video, and he just.
Oh, I see him in the chat. What's up, Ringside?
Yuga says, I injured my bicep 3 weeks ago during sparring, and I wasn't scheduled to fight Pacquiao. I continued training, but I did stop sparring and going into the fight. My arm remained 100% swollen, but I didn't feel any pain.
Shit. That's a tough man right there.
Because we like, dude. And then this video, like, bro, this video seals the deal. It's like, bro, come on now. Really? The arm that's accused, he holding that motherfucker like it's hurt. We like, bro, what? Yeah, shout out to my guy Ringside Views, man. Y'all follow Ringside Views.
Oh yeah, I followed him. He need to come. Is he? I think is he still in the chat? He may even hop on.
No, I don't think so.
Shout out to D Hodges, by the way.
This dude is big as hell. He look like a fucking junior middleweight.
Who?
This is Boots.
Oh yeah, I just tagged Boots, man. Boots said he got another fight coming up soon. He gonna knock whoever. I feel bad for whoever.
How tall is Ugas? He's 5'9", right?
Yeah, he's tall. He's like 5'9".
Yo, he looks taller than 5'9".
Yo, you see this?
This dude
gotta
like
be like
5'11".
Y'all telling me this ain't gonna be a tough fight for Porter? Look at this shit.
Yeah, right.
Oh shit, he just caught his ass.
Man, I watched that fight again with Kyle Velasquez, and I think he had an easier time than Ortiz.
Because he adjusted, but he did take some solid punches for no reason.
Yeah. He
adjusted way quicker.
Right.
But he was like, like he said, as soon as when I know you can't hurt me, I'm gonna turn up on you.
Right. I give Bud that, he's good at adjusting, man. But when somebody's rushing you, you ain't got time, and they just swinging.
What y'all think about this though? Canelo versus Caleb Plant.
I'm going for Plant.
You going
for
Plant?
If Plant stick to the, if he stick to his game plan, lead with the jab, footwork, it's over.
And he on that snack strong.
To me personally, I don't think Canelo's gotten better since that Mayweather fight. I watched that Mayweather fight last night, man. And the way Mayweather neutralized him, walked him down, took thump off his shots,
made him look like an amateur.
Like it was just
I'm
man. He didn't know what to do.
I think Frank will win.
That type of loss affects you mentally, bro, where you like you got your whole part of your country riding with you, dude. And them people ride with Canelo harder than how we ride for our folks, which is unfortunate, but it's real. Man, they were depending on him. They even named the title of the fight the one to beat Mayweather. This young, bigger, I don't know if they called him faster, but he was bigger and he was knocking people out. He was working dudes. Man, he go in there and get totally outclassed in front of a prideful crowd of Mexicans. Bro, Kovalev manager said it best. She said, I seen Canelo crowd go in there happy as hell and leave silence. Silence when Mayweather outbox him, dude. Canelo don't want that type of L again, bro. That's bad, man, because he has a huge following. He lose like that, man. Again.
That's why he said, I ain't fighting no more niggas.
I ain't fighting no more niggas. I'll fight somebody that's, it is what it is, man. But, and on top of that, I believe he got an injury, man. Or he's not saying that he's injured, but I feel like his kneecap is not all the way the same, so he's not mobile as he used to be, back in the day, Triple G1 fight and before. What do y'all think?
Yeah, he's flat-footed, man.
Did y'all notice he got more flat-footed?
That's why he's gonna have a tough time with Plant.
Did y'all notice he got more flat-footed after Triple G won?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, because he's not a boxer, man. He's not like a pure boxer. He's one of those guys where when you shoot your shot, he's gonna throw like a 3-4 punch combo to make you think about even throwing a shot. Like that's what he gonna do. He's just gonna throw power. Like, he gonna throw power shots, like to make you like it, and he gonna hit you wherever on the body. He gonna hit you. Yeah, he's strong, and I think he like learned. He's like, I'm not gonna outbox people. I need to sit there, wait for my shots, and then when it's time, throw off that 3-4 punch combination.
The way he trains,
and throw them shits hard as hell.
I watch a lot of Canelo training videos or whatever because I like the way he boxes. I study him a little bit, and when I see him, I be like, dude, the way he's training, it's like he's perfecting his inside game to the max. Like everything else is like secondary.
Mm-hmm.
My inside game is what it is because I have, it's like I can't chase you around the ring, and I got to learn how to fight you right in front of your face, right dead center. So it's like he works on those drills all the time. The head movement, 1-2, hooks to the body. Head movement, hooks to the body. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he has some crazy jab like a Boots or Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? He has a jab, but it's not like, it's like the way Canelo fights, it's like he has to land those hooks to the stomach and up top. If he can't land that on you, you're going to outpoint him. Simple as that.
His head movement has gotten better, though. I'll get that to him. His head movement has gotten better.
Yeah, because
hopefully Plant got the big ring, man.
I don't think so. It's like this. When they say when you're lacking one thing, like if you're deaf, that means you can see real good, or if you're blind, you can hear real good. Canelo's like in a situation where he's lacking the foot movement, so he, his expertise is working on your upper body movement.
Right. So he needs that certain style of fighter where it works.
And
it benefits him.
Checkmate. I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter. I said, man, first of all, if Canelo fighting Plant, that ring about to be small as hell.
Yep.
And people are like, nah, you tripping, you on some other shit. Caleb Plant, he comes out and talk about everything in the contract. He says, yes, that's one of the things. The ring, it's going to be a certain size.
Until the day of that fight.
He's gonna have to stand his ground, like, for sure.
Yep.
You was like, see that fight playing out? Ring was that small? Real shit.
Yeah, no, it's true. You're right though. How y'all see that fight playing out?
I'm going with Plant. I'm gonna stick.
I think Plant got to get off. I think Plant got to get off early. Yeah, I think Plant got to get off early.
He got to stay active.
Win 2 or 3 rounds in the first 6. Yeah, stay active. And then in the second half, he got to really put on a boxing masterclass. And also put in some hard shots, too. Make his head snap back. You know what I'm saying? Push him back. Move him back.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, who Canelo is, we've seen fights where it's extremely close. It's always going to go to the cash cow, man. Like, that's just how boxing is and that stuff. So, he's gonna have to put in that work, man. Like he's gonna have to put in that work, man. He can't be dying out in the second half. The second half gotta be the best half of his career. But he at least gotta get 3 rounds in the first half. He gotta be, and they can't be swing rounds either. Yeah, whether that's him boxing beautifully in the first 3 rounds, 4 rounds, to where it's like you can't even dispute whether or not he won those rounds, and then turn the gas on in the second half and start landing those shots, landing hard shots, getting out the way. But he got to have real good legs, though. I wouldn't advise him to stand there and shoot with Canelo. Like, nah.
No, that would be a bad idea.
Yeah, I really want. I'm gunning for Plant to win. I would like for him to win. To kind of move away from Canelo and a lot of his fraudulence. I still haven't forgotten the fact that he cheated. He took clenbuterol twice, and the whole thing with the WBC. You know,
I
I just
mean,
haven't
but isn't
forgotten
he
that.
allowed to take a certain amount every fight?
No, so Mauricio
Canelo?
Sulaiman,
He
Sulaiman,
increased it.
he
Yeah.
increased the
Sure
amount of
is.
levels just for Canelo, because
Yeah.
Canelo got caught. He's a cheater.
So
Like,
basically, technically, he's cheating every fight.
Yep.
yep.
This
Dude,
is crazy.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, dude.
Ooh, that's a good one.
The last couple pictures I painted of Canelo, I couldn't help but notice, because you know I'm an artist, man. I couldn't help but notice when I was drawing these pictures, I'm like, dude, Canelo is ripped as fuck. Like, I ain't never seen no white dude built like this at that weight class.
That's funny.
Like, built like a tank.
Right.
At 168, bro, I'm like, dude,
It's that clan.
I'm like, dude, I'm not saying that I'm a professional boxer or we train the same or anything like that, but I'm like, dude, I'm around the same weight as Canelo, and like, dude, no matter how hard I train, I might not get that rip right away like that. I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be the same weight, and you looking like that, lifting what? Y'all see when he was lifting the weights? Like, I was like, yo, he's squatting that shit. I said, man,
like nothing.
Well, it took part of that boy's soul, man.
It seemed like in their camp they really focus on legs though. We're talking about like Andy Ruiz. It really seemed like they focus on like leg strength in their camp, making sure that the legs are extremely strong. I'm not really sure about the core.
When I saw Ruiz's legs, I said, "Oh,
you
that
would
shit
think
is
obviously
suspect.
that they would have to have a strong core." But like they like really working like on them legs. Like, yo, we going like. But yeah, it is. The crazy thing it's highly suspicious for him to jump up all these weight classes with these heavy guys. We're talking about like guys that's essentially that's coming probably from heavyweight.
That's
you know
their
what I'm
regular
saying?
weight.
And
That's their
dropping
regular
down.
weight. And you know,
and he putting
and he just
work.
going up there and just.
But
you're right.
If he ain't, if he ain't popping, you can't knock him.
So
I guess at this point it's speculation.
How y'all feel about those Bud comments? I mean, the Bud comment that he made about Deontay Wilder. Did y'all read about that?
No.
You know what I
Who
said?
made
You know what
comment?
I said? I read it, I seen it, but I just never minded. You know why? Because I said if he not talking about fighting or how he preparing for this Sean Porter fight, then I don't really care.
What did he say about what did he say about Champ?
He basically said like he said Deontay Wilder pads don't hit back. Tyson Fury does.
I'm
he'll win.
I'm done with Bud. Fuck Bud.
Yeah.
Get him out of here already.
Yeah, he's a clown for that, man.
Yeah.
Bro, he was hating on Aerosmith too, man. He didn't try to retract him. I didn't mean it in a hating way. If you don't sit the fuck down, go sit down with Bernie, with your homeboy Bernie, whatever the fuck his name is. Tell Bomac to eat a cheeseburger, right? Because all you done was fight a bunch of bums for the most part. I don't give a shit if you've been champ in 2 of the weight classes against who. It's the level of competition, bro.
Right.
That's what's important. Legacy, the level of competition. This is probably, in my opinion, going to be looked at as one of the best eras in the welterweight division with all this said and done. You got Spence, you got Porter, Danny, Ice Pony.
And just imagine if all of them was fighting each other. Like, yo, you would bring the golden age back.
Yes.
Like,
it's
crazy.
I got Bud in the mix, but instead of fighting the real ones, he want to fight guys like Amir Khan. Past prime hasn't hit 147 in 3 years, with 2 busted eye sockets. Kell Brook, one-legged Jose Benavidez. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Canelo gonna rip Caleb Plant with one of these shits, bro. Get him out of here. Look at this shit. Hold on. Because y'all saying, oh yeah, he gonna do this and that. I fuck with Canelo.
Look, he went from the throw the jab. He right there, left hook.
Y'all see how small that ring is? They training it. That's how small the ring gonna be.
That's crazy.
But yo, I gotta go.
Canelo said 15 by 15. Like, yo.
But he gonna hit Plant with this right here. Ring gonna be small as hell. Right to the body.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
Yeah.
Can Plant take it as the question?
What?
We ain't seen Plant tested. I do want Plant to win.
Plant go take 3 back steps and he gonna be on the ropes. He gonna be like, "Damn, this ring small as shit."
I really do want Plant to win, though. I really do. I would love to see Plant win. Really get Plant versus Benavidez.
You know why I want to see Plant win? Because it shakes up the boxing landscape, man.
Yeah,
like it just doesn't have one person that's top, man. Because that shit is really getting old, man. It gets old me hearing, well, you know what, he's on top. They gotta do what he's saying, so on and so forth, blah 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 blah. It's just like, man, that whole storyline is getting old, man. Like, Canelo went on his Euro tour. You know what I mean? He got rid of
fighting bums.
And now I think about it. Now he's fighting Caleb. He went and took care of everything else. Like, hold on, let me go get these belts. I'm gonna come see you. Like, it wasn't no pump faking or nothing like that. We could talk about negotiations. He went and grabbed those other belts, and he's like, I want, you know what I mean? Like, I'm here now. But this whole one face, one name in the sport of boxing is like, I think it's like it's killing boxing, man. And what I like about PBC is that they're starting to have faces blossom in their company. To where now you just have you have a Javante, you have a Keith, you have a Sean, a Caleb, a Benavidez, the Charlos. Like, you got so many figures in PBC. You got a variety. I think DAZN is doing a pretty good job as well. But this whole old Canelo, so on and so forth, it's like, dude, I'm so sick and tired of that. That was the whole Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather era, man. Like, that stuff is old and done with, and I don't think this generation is going for it anymore, man. Like, we want to see fights, man.
Man,
we want to see the best fight the best.
Dude, we'll fucking see what, man.
They're seeing it with viewership, man.
If Canelo beats Caleb Plant, we'll never hear the end of it, y'all.
No,
they'll say this guy bigger than
he got a
Oscar De La Hoya, all that. I'm telling you,
I think he got to beat him convincingly, though, because Caleb going in there with less than 20 fights, or a little over 20 fights.
And Canelo got like 50 fights. Canelo got like 50 fights.
Yeah, but the thing is with Canelo too, Canelo has a lot of questionable, decisions in his favor. Triple G won, Lara. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even when he fought Floyd and got embarrassed, that still got judge, CJ Ross. Had it as Canelo winning or something. I was like, what? I emailed the sanctioning body. I forgot what sanctioning body that was over. I sent them an email about that judge. I think a lot of people did, because you haven't seen her. I think she got fired because
she retired after that.
Yeah, okay, good. People like that don't really be in boxing.
I couldn't be a boxer after that type of shit, because like,
I'd be mad. I'd be wanting to fight somebody.
No, but like we were saying, it's deeper than boxing though, because you got people, and you got the higher ups.
For a racist.
Yeah, you got people. Yeah, and that's making money off of Canelo that don't want to see him lose.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. Canelo's the type of fighter.
It's not like on some like, oh, we got fair judges.
It's like if he eat it, we eat it.
Yep,
that's the type of mentality. Right. They don't want like a blow.
Knick-knack, paddywhack.
Let me put it in perspective. You see how, like, when Canelo do interviews, everybody's all happy, cheering. They get the views and all that shit. Everything's smooth sailing. That's what they love. Imagine Charlo being the number one. He be on an interview barking and shit. Hey, I ain't trying to talk about this. Nah, fuck all that. They don't like that shit, bro. There's no money behind that shit. They're like, dude, it's uncomfortable for them, all that shit. You know what I mean? Canelo's like, he brings in money and he has the look for them that they want. It is what it is, man. Like, go back and watch one of them HBO promos for Canelo, man. I swear to God, I was listening to this shit, and they were talking about something, but they said it's, look, hear me out. They said it like this. They said, man, they pointed at Canelo. They said, once, his look was once perceived as a weakness, but here in America is now a marketing tool or whatever. And I'm like, dude, what are they?
Yeah, we know what they mean.
When I seen Canelo, I thought he was Irish, yo. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, this. I'm like, I'm seeing him. Then when he starts speaking Spanish, I was like amazed. I'm like, what? I've never seen a redhead Mexican, yo. I was like, what? I was like, this is crazy, yo. I was young. I was younger. I was like, yo, what? I was like, I seen him. I'm like, yo, he's Irish, yo. Like, oh shit. When he started speaking, I'm like, oh, it's Mexican, yo. I'm like, yo, this is different from me. I'm like, I'm used to seeing Puerto Ricans up in New York, like, you know. Like,
okay.
But he has the crossover appeal, man.
I was raised in Texas, so I understand that there's Mexicans that are very white complected.
Yes, that's true.
You know, so I've seen it. I've seen it before, so I wasn't surprised. But I understand where you're coming from because you be out there in New York or whatever. But you know, I brought it up the other day, man, and I keep on breaking it up. I'm like, yo, have y'all ever seen this matchup before? A white Mexican from Mexico versus a white American who has a black fighting style. I've never seen that matchup.
I don't think I've ever really seen that matchup.
Ever. A white guy versus a guy from Mexico? And the white guy fought like one of the brothers?
Nah.
Never.
Caleb Plant was, bro.
Mm-mm. And Caleb Plant really has that white fly boy shit too. You know the white fly boys that got the beards. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like he got that. You know, like he got swag. Like you know
I know.
I ain't gonna hate. Like he got style, yo. Like for real.
Caleb is invited to the barbecue, bro. No question that.
My
Be a real one.
My thing is, look, check this out. Hear me out. When you have that type of fighting style, you have to have a certain level of athleticism to really pull it off.
Yeah.
Can Caleb Plant, he's still a white guy. Can he still hang? He is getting older. His last fight, he did look a little, you know what I'm saying?
You talking about against Scotty?
No, against Caleb Truax.
Caleb Truax.
Oh yeah. I don't know why I said Scotty.
I think it's different since he's getting a little older, man. What you think? You think I'm just tripping?
I don't think you're tripping. I think that's a valid point.
I think he's gonna get up for this fight. I mean, he's 29 years old right now. And I think he's in his prime. Now, has he peaked at his prime?
I think so.
No. Who, Caleb Plant?
What if the best of Caleb
Plant? No, I don't
think
he's peaked.
Yuskatsuki fight.
No, I don't think so. I think he's gonna rise up. No, I'm sorry, brother. What's your name, man, that I'm speaking to?
Oh, Jerome.
Jerome. Okay. What's your thing on Twitter so I can follow you?
It's Mike Jerry.
Mike Jerry. Okay. I bet.
Yeah.
Make sure. So, what's up, Julius?
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We just, you know what I'm saying? We just talking that boxing stuff, but we like to take it real on this channel, man. When it comes to Canelo versus Caleb Plant, dude, I'm excited for that fight. I really am. At first, I was leaning towards Canelo because I'm like, dude, Canelo gonna take him out with a body shot. I know it. But then I'm like, dude, Caleb Plant, he could style on him. And then I thought about it again, like, yo, this ring got to be small as hell. So, you know, when I look at boxing, dude, I don't look at just like, oh man, how they looked on their last fight. Not just that. I think about timing and where they're at right now and who has the momentum. It's all about, it's about mental as well and timing. It's not just about your skill.
Yo, you think you think about it. If they have it on pay-per-view Fox and we going into the NFL season as well, bro, they could promote the hell out that fight, man. We talking about to obviously we got the hardcore boxing fans and that stuff like that. But if they do it right, like they gonna promote that, gonna have them at NFL games, so on and so forth, man. Like this can be a huge fight right here. A huge fight, man. And they haven't even announced the undercard. Like you can't better
be good.
Hey, it better be fire. The undercard better be fire, yo. Like
how I know this shit's real? There's people already telling me, like, dude, as soon as you make that fucking Canelo Plant shit, that shit's already sold. I'm I'm like, damn. I gotta just draw this picture. I don't even know what to draw yet. But I know it's gonna sell, man.
No, that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
That's how it is. And that's
gonna be a good fight.
That's what the people want. We want good fights. We want good fights, and we want good memorabilia about it. You know, good artwork about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All that.
I really do want Plant to win. If Plant does win, where do you see him going from here? Do you see him fighting Benavidez? Because that's a fight that that's a fight that me personally I've been wanting to see for like 2-3 years now.
Charlo fuck around, jump up.
No, I don't see that. I don't see him jumping right back into another. If it's going to be a tough fight, like I don't see him jumping right. I see him taking a mandatory because he undisputed. So I see him taking a mandatory and then fighting Benavidez. I mean, let's be real, man. Canelo, the only fighter I know in the boxing history to ever lose unanimously to a GOAT that was supposed to be passing the torch and still became a superstar, man. Like, so I'm not even sure, like, if like he has to go out and really style on him, yo. It can't be no Laura. He gotta go out and really display his skills, man. Like this is like
he has to possibly make Canelo quit or stop him.
Yeah,
that's
like,
my fear too when you fight Canelo.
He gotta like he gonna have to go out there and dominate in spots and that stuff. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. He's going that's what he's gonna have to do. Like this is not.
What you gonna do if you hit Canelo with your best punches and your handbrake?
You just keep hitting him. Can't stop. You gotta keep hitting him.
Fuck your career.
Yeah. If you hit him with your best shot and he keep coming, stay in your ground. No, that's my whole thing. Stay in your ground. Do not get on your bike and start running. You gotta stay in your ground, bro.
Look, dude broke his hand against Caleb Truex, right?
Oh, did he really? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did.
What if he hit Canelo trying to crack Canelo and his shit break? Now he fighting with one hand. Boy, then that ring small Canelo gonna get him in that corner and say, to that body. Boy, it's gonna be over, man. He gonna be spitting out his fucking mouth guard. Like, I'm telling you.
We're gonna be in that mug wrestling, like yo.
I really hope that doesn't happen.
But
he gotta go to I think he's gonna really have to invest into the body. He's gonna have to invest into the body.
Yeah. Because me personally, I don't think Canelo necessarily likes being hit to the body. I think we kind of saw that against Triple G. He didn't like it. That is a good strategy, and he is taller than Canelo, if I'm not mistaken. He's got a little bit longer reach.
Y'all hear me though, right? We gotta really look at it. What if he breaks his hand in the fight again, dude?
I'm hoping it don't happen.
I'm not even thinking about that.
Okay.
I don't even want to say he's going to do that. I don't even think about that.
Because when I was thinking about the Wilder versus Fury 2 fight, I was thinking because Fury got that big old cut on his eye, that shit might just reopen. So I always think about shit like that.
No, that's true though. That's valid. That's things that I think most other boxing fans don't really think about once that bell rings. We don't really think about it.
And also, not a lot of people seen that fight either. So not a lot of people even thought about that.
I got into the 7th round and I noticed
I did watch that fight. I forgot he broke his hand.
But yeah, the hardcore seen it, but like when people talking about Tyson Fury is this big star, man, they don't want to watch his fights besides when he fought Wilder.
He said Plant coming to win. Yeah, Plant coming to win. His wife happy as hell. She like, we about to get this money, baby. Shit.
Yeah, that's the other thing, Julian.
I don't even think she care if he win, lose, or draw. Nigga.
Nah, she care if he win.
Hey,
yeah.
Can you imagine it if she had to be the one to report and the nigga got knocked out? That's her husband, bro. Like, that would be real shit, bro.
Yo, and she got to interview him after.
You know what I'm saying? She has to be professional and shit, bro. Like,
hey, you niggas is fucked up.
I thought about that shit last week. I thought about that shit last week, bro. I was like, you should interview this nigga after that. Yeah, look at her husband if he got knocked out. You feel me?
They're like, Jordan. Oh, sorry. So how did the fight go tonight? I got knocked out. Like, oh.
How do you
then
feel,
you got to go home with her later. You know what I'm saying? Shit, like
yeah, she like you didn't see that left hand coming and it knocked you out. Shit, I was worried. I mean, we were worried. Like damn, she it's gonna be harder for her to keep her. Wait, man, that's gonna be.
Then imagine an argument. She gonna bring that shit up,
And Caleb got he got a great story. I mean, God rest his dead. Don't get me. But he has a story where like he lost his daughter, but then he had his mother that was shot by the police as well.
Like
it's
later,
not like
right?
It's fucked up.
It's like you had his mother, your mother was shot by the police.
Yeah.
Like in America, like people like they don't really like they don't have much sympathy for black men in this country, but they don't have sympathy for men. Period. Like but women, like they don't play about the women. Like you talking about like his mom, like shot down by the police, like, and then he got his daughter's story as well and that stuff, So his backstory is amazing. Like he's been resilient,
bro. This shit gonna do 1 million buys.
Exactly. Hey, if they drop the ball on this to where like they're not, like they're gonna have to introduce him to the world. Like he's big in Tennessee, but they're gonna have to introduce him to America, like seriously. And football games, so on and so forth. Like they're gonna have to bring it.
Fox knows how to do it.
Absolutely.
Bro. And people hate on it, bro. I love the PBC Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence build up and the Errol Spence versus Sean Porter build up.
It was beautiful. They were in Dallas Stadium.
Yeah.
They knew how to represent.
Man, I was like, look, I was literally at work and the Fox was on and they're talking about Sean Porter versus Errol Spence Jr. No, it was the Mikey Garcia. It was like Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence at the Cowboy Stadium. And they just got that whole Fox song, the ringtone that they got. It's just it catches people. It looks more presentable because it's something that people's familiar with.
Yeah.
They've been marketing this for years.
I don't really understand why they do
what?
Yeah, I don't really understand why they do it like mid Saturday. Why they do it like mid, like they do the shows on like PBC Fox Countdown and on like Saturdays at like 2-3 o'clock, I feel like that should be like some nighttime stuff,
Yeah,
like they should show that at nighttime, like then when people are like at home resting, like, oh yeah, I'm about to throw this on, man. Like, but you put it on before a big show, whether that's like, I don't know, like 60 Minutes or some big show and that stuff, and then you have that on right there. Now you got like, or even after the show, like to build a fight up, like to put it on a Saturday at 2-3 o'clock, where more than likely everyone's probably not at home. You know what I'm saying? Like out and about and that stuff kind of just doesn't make any sense to me. So you kind of got to catch it.
Let me ask you guys, in the last 5 years, what's been the best press conference build up for a fight? Not just press conference, but just entire build up for a fight.
Entire build up. Oh, 5 years.
Y'all want me to go off?
5 years. So we could do it. This 2020, 2021. Yeah,
so you can't include Floyd Pack because I believe that happened in 2015.
Okay, no, not Floyd. Okay, let's say the last 4 years.
Okay, that's still
4
tough.
years. To me, it was Charlo Harrison.
Charlo Harrison 2.
That's a very good one.
Second fight. Yeah, Charlo Harrison 2.
That was a unique press. Manny Pacquiao versus AB. I posted the video of him, Manny Pacquiao, of AB just clowning Manny Pacquiao and shit on my Facebook. That shit went viral on my Facebook, bro, because niggas was like, bro, who is this guy? He clowning.
And then he lost. That disappointed me.
But it was a disappointing fight, but it was a good build.
Yeah. I think for me, I probably want to say I was most, like, to me, one of the most intense face-offs was probably Wilder Fury 2. Also, did Wilder and Stavern 2 happen 4 years ago? That was also really intense.
4 years? Yeah.
I think it was. That was really intense. They were talking. a gang of shit, especially Stavern.
What about AJ versus?
I like the Earl Spence Sean Porter one.
That was
I
good
like the
too.
Earl Spence Sean Porter. I like the Earl Spence Sean Porter one.
He said, "I get out the mud." I remember that shit.
They was like, yo, they call Earl. He's like stomping his feet, like, yo, Earl. He's stomping his feet, nigga. I'm like, oh yeah, it's about to be this. Yeah, it's about to get gritty, yo. I ain't gonna lie, yo. Like, I haven't seen much of Usyk's fights. I'm looking forward to him fighting AJ, yo. Like, I don't know why. There's something about Usyk that I like, man. It's something about he shows a lot of confidence, yo. Like,
I think
he does, man.
AJ
man,
out, boy. I'm telling you.
I picked Ugas in the Manny and Pacquiao fight. I think Usyk is. I think he's the superior boxer, man.
He's too small though. I think he's too small. He won't be able to keep AJ off of him.
I heard AJ game plan.
It's AJ to slim down. I read that.
Yeah, he said he's slimming down.
He's gonna gas out.
Nah, bro, we gotta put this in consideration, y'all. AJ's been training for a long time, dude. He's in shape, dude. He's a gym rat. He's in there training, dude. I'm telling you, man. What he's gonna do?
When you ever seen AJ go 12 rounds?
That's true.
In the second fight.
With who?
I think that's the game plan.
Ruiz, yeah.
He could stop Ruiz. Okay, check this out.
Ruiz was. Okay. You see how fat he was?
You see how Anthony Joshua fought Ruiz in the second fight, right?
Uh-huh.
So you know that there was multiple times where he could have stopped him in that fight. He could have stopped Ruiz if he really put the pressure on him like he wanted to. Imagine him going to that type of fight, fighting like that, but more confident and actually thinking like, if I got the opportunity to knock him out, I'm going to go for it. That's a dangerous AJ.
That is.
That is. I think Usyk is a better fighter than Ruiz.
Oh, that's true. I agree.
I just think he is. I think he's more. I think he's
heavyweight better than Ruiz. A natural heavyweight. Can you take a punch from natural heavyweight like Ruiz?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he can.
I think. No, I'm sorry.
AJ fuck around and crack that motherfucker's skull.
Yeah, line, bro. AJ strong, man. We can't sleep on him.
He got that Nigerian.
But I don't think Usyk goes in thinking about getting hit either. I don't think that's his motto. Like, yo, I need to get hit. I think his is get hit and not get hit. Like, that's the way I view Usyk when I see him when I see him fight. When I see him knocked out Tony Bellew, I'm like, yo, he's in trouble. And then before you know it, he lands. And then Tony Bellew's out cold, or when he went through the whole World Boxing Series and won that whole and became undisputed. I think Usyk has a lot of tricks up his bags, but I think he's just as crazy or sick as AJ may be, where he believes in himself that much to step into that ring that he knows he's going to win in that stuff like that. And I'm really not sure. I'm not sure how much this means that he has Lomachenko's father training him for this fight and that stuff like that. But one thing that I do know that he's going to have in this fight, he's going to have a tank. They're not going to step to AJ for this fight. That's why AJ's slimming down.
Slimming down. I was about to.
They're going to box him, yo. They're going to box him, man. AJ's going to get the AJ job is going to have to catch him.
Yeah, I think
Usyk is the better boxer.
Usyk gonna be one of them.
AJ's gonna like
fighters.
I like AJ, but
he's gonna be one of them fighters that's a victim to.
But AJ's not he's not no speed fast. Like, you can see his punches coming, man. Like, he doesn't have some crazy combination. Or he doesn't have a crazy variety of punches.
He got
man.
AJ got a wicked uppercut. I know that for damn sure.
Yes, he does.
Usyk can be thick.
That's a fact.
Bro, I'm telling you, what if Usyk get hurt?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, AJ gonna finish him.
If he gets hurt, dude, Chad Witherspoon fought what's his name, and his punches, even though the motherfuckers were slow, when it did hit, Usyk was still feeling the motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. And Chad Witherspoon,
I think Usyk is gonna lose.
Chad Witherspoon said, dude, the real reason I lost that fight was not because like I was getting my ass kicked. It's because I really got off the fucking couch and I was just tired. I'm just out of shape.
That's true. He was. I watched that fight.
He wasn't hurting me.
Got you.
So, if he's saying this guy's not hurting me, what do you think AJ is going to say? And people think, AJ got no chin because he got knocked out by Ruiz.
AJ got a chin.
That's something that happened. It's not like he going to every fight getting clipped and getting
Right.
dropped and stopped.
What Witherspoon quit though?
Huh?
No, I don't think he quit. I think the ref.
Yeah, he retired. Yeah, he retired on the stool.
Did he really? I don't remember if it was been a while.
He retired. He retired on the stool.
And not to try to be a conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but I did hear there was some funny business going on with AJ too.
When he fought Ruiz, there was. There was. He was walking outside the locker room when I hear barefoot, sweating, talking to himself.
We all know AJ is chinny, man.
Nah, he got
He's chinny. Like that's no. I'm not saying he doesn't have a chin, but I'm saying he is chinny. Meaning that if you tap that chin, if you tap that chin, he can go down. If you tap that chin, he could go down. If you hit that temple, he can go down. You know what I'm saying? So,
but who got it like that? Usyk. He couldn't put down.
You think Usyk can't drop? You think Usyk can't drop AJ?
I'm not saying it's not possible. I think he can. I don't see it.
I mean, he could.
I think he can. I think he could. If he lands the right shot, I think he could. I think he could. That's it. I think people are really sleeping on Usyk, man. Like I think they're taking this Derek Chisora fight and like saying he has no he's just like.
I don't think that's what it is, man. I think
he's undisputed, man. Undisputed.
But he
fights cruiserweight though.
But
the thing he's small, right? That's fine, but you gotta remember he went up to heavyweight division. He's small compared to AJ. You know what I'm saying? People got to keep that in mind. Size, things like that. Stuff does matter. Like it definitely does matter. That's why I think AJ's gonna impose his will and be too big.
Good. What if Usyk's boxing so good, and then AJ punches him with some vicious that he ain't never really felt before, and that he can't recover?
It's possible. It's very possible.
You know the crazy thing about it. AJ never really hurt Ruiz in the second fight, but Chris Arreola dropped Ruiz twice in that fight.
And that was a well-played.
That was a much harder fight for Ruiz, and I'm pretty sure that fight right there was a much harder fight for Ruiz against Arreola than it was his second fight against AJ.
Speaking of Ruiz, what do y'all think of?
And that was not a boxing clinic, man. That was just bad, man. That
wasn't a boxing clinic. That was
the sweet science, bro.
What?
I was just
what the second fight?
The AJ and Ruiz second fight. He was like, the sweet science. I'm just like, man, it just looked mechanical. It just looked mechanical, man. I don't think that's what AJ was.
He was
fighting playing safe.
He was fighting scared.
Yeah, right.
He get dropped again.
No, I will say
AJ acting like he was doing that fight because he was like, man, give me my money.
Ruiz was in parades. He was at parties. Ruiz went crazy when he got that money, man.
Yeah, he went nuts, man. He
went crazy. Like I I don't knock him, man. Like
all focus.
Yeah, he did something we thought he wasn't gonna do.
But I mean, AJ, I don't see AJ no killer, man. Like I don't see him as a killer, man. Because he went. Who's the guy he just fought? Nah, he fought. Who's that guy he just fought, man?
Was it Povetkin or Pulev?
No. It wasn't. Yeah, Pulev. Yeah, I think no. Okay, I'm okay. All right, you could call me crazy or not. I think Dylan White is more of a dog than.
Oh no,
okay,
Dylan White.
I'm gonna retract my statement. I'm gonna retract my statement.
Hell no, bro, you crazy, bro.
I ain't gonna say that. All right, I'm gonna retract my statement.
Chill out, bro.
You're right.
Chill out, bro. The liking Dylan and liking White, bro. that boy married.
Hey, I ain't say. I was about to say. I ain't say.
Dylan was doing a stinky leg. He got hit. He got folded by AJ. He got folded by Povetkin, bro.
Yo, Dylan got some classic knockouts, yo, of him getting knocked out.
Yeah, him getting knocked out. We know he's scared to death of Wilder.
Yo, he always, anytime he get knocked out, he on the ropes, yo. Like he fall right into the ropes when he get knocked out. I mean, God.
Somebody played the video of Dillian White saying Wilder got beat up so bad, ha 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 ha. And then they said a few moments later, his ass got slept by an old ass man.
And he called Luis Ortiz old, man.
Povetkin is the only. Hey man, Povetkin is the only fighter I believe who had COVID for real.
You really think so? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we need to get rid of Teofimo and Tyson Fury.
Yeah,
dudes cheat. How you gonna do that, man?
Povetkin was on the menu until he got popped for PEDs, though.
That's true.
He was on the menu. Dante was on his way to Russia.
He was in Russia.
Like I don't even
before the fight got called off.
Russia, bro. Like I don't even know if I want to step foot in Russia, man. From what I be hearing, man. Like you don't know, you about to fly to Russia go fight, bro.
Bro, I was scared for man. I was scared for Anthony like when he fought Kovalev in Russia. I said, dude,
oh yeah, Anthony Yarde. Yeah, I'm like, yo, bro, you bugging.
Anthony Yarde, man.
Dancing and shit. They was looking at him. Hey, that shit was weird as hell, bro. Do y'all remember that fight? It was weird as hell because it was like,
yes.
It was like these niggas in the Legion of Doom. That's the type of atmosphere I had in that motherfucker. Like villains and shit. Like, bro, these motherfuckers was in there looking at him, dancing and shit.
Crazy.
What the fuck?
Man, and you know what's crazy to me? Yarde should have won that fight.
And then he went in there and he was about to stop Kovalev. They was looking like, boy.
Because he got a garbage ass friend. He got a garbage ass team.
Boy, they was going
to I feel like he gassed out.
He did, because this nigga got from training with lions and tigers and shit instead of actual boxing, fucking bro. Like,
Tunde talking about, empty the clip on him. I'm like, how stupid is that, yo? Like, do not. He's like, yo, empty the clip, man. He's throwing crazy shots, yo, just not even being precise. Like, bro, if you want to empty the clip, yo, make sure every shot that you shoot means something, bro. Like, shoot to the liver, shoot to the gut. Like, don't waste it, man.
Take your time and save your energy. You know, conserve your energy. Replenish yourself.
I like Yarde, you know.
He had like 2 rounds to go.
Yeah.
Almost, but the clock kept on going, man.
Yeah,
and bro, it was sad, man. And you know what's so crazy though? Speaking of Canelo, what y'all think, man? Now that a couple years passed, y'all think Canelo? You think that fight was a fix with Kovalev?
I kind of think so.
Just watch Kovalev have a
normally fight.
Not say a great performance, but he was throwing them bombs in that Yarde fight, and then for him to just go to fighting all pity pat.
I think it was fixed. I believe, and I normally don't say that. I'm like the last person to say a fight's fixed because hearing stuff like that usually angers me. But I think in this case, I think there was some kind of money exchange. Yeah, I remember at this time period, Kovalev was going through legal problems. Remember, we talked about this last week.
They gave him $10 million. He was like, yo, I just got on a fight and almost got knocked out. Oh, yeah, I'll take a 5-week training camp and go right back into another fight. That's the fix right there. To me, that's what we call the fix right there.
That's some shit.
They're like, yo, you want this money? Come get this money. I got $10 million for you.
And he didn't even fight the way he normally fights.
You know what was worse?
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, check this out. Mm-hmm. They didn't release the news that there was a rehydration clause until a day prior to the weigh-in.
I forgot about that too. That's right.
That was so
yo, you know the crazy thing about it? Yeah. Bro, I mean, that's business, man. He didn't have to take the fight, but he needed that $10 million, though.
Yeah, he had to pay off his lawyers and shit to make sure he wasn't deported or sent to jail.
He said, yo, give him $10 million, but tell him he can only hydrate 5 pounds. Like, over there, my shit.
He said, hey, he's like, my doctor advised me that I had a mild concussion, but my accountant is saying, hey, you better go take this fight.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kovalev.
Yeah,
Kovalev.
like I seen that from far. I
Kovalev.
disagree when people say, "Yo, that's a great win for Canelo, man," because it's
Hell
like
no.
you can see the writing, man. Like, no, he took it. Like, no, that's not a great win. He didn't have an 8-week camp. Wasn't prime Kovalev. He went life and death with Anthony Yarde. And then he didn't even get a full training camp. He went from one fight to another fight,
He
and
didn't
then
have a
got
chance to
not like,
recover.
come on, like, what are you talking about? Like, but
I
I
just
see
think
what they're
he
trying
went
to
in there
do.
to stop Yard
50,
like
40
right
years
away.
from now, 40 years from now, people ain't gonna say anything about that. They're gonna look at
No.
Canelo's resume and be like, "Oh, you fight awful, you fought." You know,
You know, I'm wondering, where do you think Canelo's legacy? How do you think he's going to be viewed by the real boxing fans, not the racist clowns or the people who just love Canelo because he's Mexican? I mean, like the true pundits, like us. You know, the people
you know
in the chat and audience.
the intriguing thing, the thing also that confuses me is that all these young boxers like Shakur Stevenson, Javante Davises, the Charlos, and so on and so forth, like they have a great respect for what he's doing right now, and no one has nothing negative to say. Only the people, I guess, that's in his weight class that may have. I mean, Benavidez doesn't even say anything negative about him and that stuff like that. But I think when you put when we talk about statistically and analytically, when you put his resume against other greats, you're gonna start to see the flaws in his resume and that stuff like that. And it goes back to Cesar Chavez, right? Is that his name? Chavez Cesar? Cesar? Yeah. You start to see the flaws, and you're like, oh, he went 80-0, and he's like, oh, well, who did he like? Then you start to see the people he fought up to.
Coming off with 20 losses, bro.
Like, yeah, what? I just want to see when Canelo went through the gauntlet. I don't see that in his resume. Like, I don't see when he went through the gauntlet, man. Like, I don't see that, man. Like, I'm not trying to like, hey, bro, go get your money and stuff like that. Do your thing, but I don't see where he went through the gauntlet though.
Right,
he went like he went through. I was never high on Triple G. I was always the person on the other side. I was like, yo, y'all guys are hyping this person, man. Like he hasn't fought anybody, man. Like y'all putting all this hype behind him, and Canelo he got the win and that stuff like that. But I don't look at Triple G as like. To me, he's not. Is he top 5 middle? I mean,
middleweight? No.
ESPN said he's better than Roy Jones Jr.
He wasn't.
ESPN said he's better than Roy Jones, B-Hop. He's better than Marvin Hagler, like all kinds of crazy shit. But it's ESPN.
Y'all know what that's about, man. Like, come on now. Like,
yeah, right. You know,
they trying to make money, man. They really trying to make money, man. Like
they want to push their little agenda.
They tried it.
Yeah, for sure.
They failed miserably.
But now he's nowhere to be found, though. He's nowhere to be. Look, this is the thing right here, yo. He fought Canelo, and he still hasn't fought any other elite fighters yet. No other elite. What? He fought Danny Jacobs. Arguably, that was a close fight. I thought he lost to Derevchenko. To me, that was a robbery. Oh, Triple G, like what? He beat what?
That's one of the biggest robberies I've seen in boxing.
What? How do you say he beat, like, yo, no one said nothing? People said, yo, no one said nothing. Like, oh, Derevchenko. Like, no, to me that was a robbery, yo. Derevchenko put in work that night, yo. I got a lot of respect for Derevchenko. Yeah, man. So when he went to that Charlo fight, I was like, okay, I'm tuned in now because I know what Derevchenko can do. You know what I'm saying? And the way Charlo beat him, I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Dude put it. I mean, but I mean, like they try to really put a mask over a lot of things and try to really put big words on type of stuff and all these flamboyant words, just try to build up people and put these. But I think this younger generation right here that's coming up is really going like starting with the Shakur Stevensons, Devin Haney's, and so on and so forth. I like Tio. Don't get me wrong. I like Tio. I think Tio was a real good. I think Tio was a real fighter, man. I really do. I think Tio was a real fighter, man. But I
He
think
could
this whole
fight,
business
but
thing, man, just messed things up, man.
he could fight, but it didn't change the fact that he's a bitch. I mean, you don't.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
So
let's be real. I can never forgive that. You can't sit there. You first of all, you disrespect Deontay Wilder. You call a man a bitch. You claim Floyd's a racist. You claim all these nonsensical things. You talk shit about barbershop conversations, Drew. You know, whatever. You talk shit about us in general. Then you turn around and claim you have COVID, but then you're in Italy with your pregnant wife, girlfriend, whatever the fuck she is. You know, how you have COVID, but you're on a plane and you're in Italy and you have a fight, bro, and people have died from that shit. I just found out one of my sisters had COVID. Actually, has
yeah.
it now. She just got out the hospital. You don't play with shit like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people dying from this shit, bro. How could you know what I'm saying? And then his manager just got caught last week telling somebody to fake an injury, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like,
Didn't even
Right,
deny the
Charles
shit.
Conwell. Yep.
yeah, bro. Like,
Yep.
man, fuck Tito, man. He a scumbag. Him, his
Yep.
daddy, his manager, all of
Yep.
them. A bunch of hoes, bro.
Damn,
You
we
know what I'm
got
saying?
J-Lo. Somehow we got J-Lo. J-Lo ain't showing up to no fucking fight on a fucking Tuesday night, nigga.
Mm-hmm. Where are they fighting? Where are they fighting at? Where's the fight
He
gonna be
fighting
at?
at the Hulu
Madison
Theater.
Square Garden.
They say he fighting at the Hulu Theater, which seats 5,000 people.
The Hulu Theater. Wow, and the fight was originally gonna be here in Miami.
Is that in Madison Square Garden?
I don't know, man. I ain't from New
The
York.
Hulu Theater. I don't know
Yeah,
where
because they just came out with a press release. They fight October 5th in Madison Square Garden.
on a
Him and
Tuesday.
Kambosos.
Somebody said they're fighting in like a small
Is it a
venue.
Tuesday?
They fighting like on a small, like in a smaller part of the venue that only holds
Madison
up to
Square Garden.
5,000 seats.
I know they are bringing them back to New York. It was confirmed yesterday.
I want Campos to knock Teal's head off. Fuck him.
The worst thing that
I
can
want to
happen
see
to
Teal versus
Teofimo
Devin, man.
if he lose. I want to see
You
Teofimo
think?
versus Lomachenko too.
Yeah, I think Loma.
I don't think
I
he's
think
gonna.
Loma beats him in the rematch.
I don't think he's gonna lose. I don't
In
think
the
so.
rematch, you don't think so? I think
No,
Loma
I
figures him out.
don't. I think Teal. I think he's a real fighter. Yo. Like I really do. Obviously, he has contradictions
I'm
in his
not saying
statements, and
I'm not
he can
saying he's
be
not a real fighter,
classless and stuff. But
but
I think once he gets in that square circle, I think he could get. I think he gets busy, man. Like for real. Like
no, I'm not saying he don't get busy. I'm not talking about the outside the ring shit now. Inside the ring, yeah, he a real fighter. But I think in the first Loma fight, I actually do think, and this wasn't an excuse because Loma was talking some real shit. I do think Loma really did have a soldier issue because he did post like pictures and video of him coming out of surgery. So he wasn't on that Pacquiao tip of making shit up, claiming he was healed by salt water. That phony ass shit. And then he was really like in the second half of the fight against Tio, he was wearing Tio down. Tio was slowing down, he was
Dude,
working him to the body.
I've never seen a fighter so accurate. Like that motherfucker with every punch was landing in that second half of the fight. Damn near. And I said, damn, Teofimo.
yeah, he was.
It's like when every
That's why I think
time he threw a punch, that shit landed. So, and imagine him fighting like the 7th round and up, starting from the first round. Look how he beat up Nakatani, dude. He beat the shit, bro. Lomachenko beat the shit out of Nakatani. He gave me fucking inspiration as a short man because I'm like, yo, for you to be able to, bro, he walked that motherfucker down like
beat his ass, bro. And I was telling people, man, Nakatani might give him some problems here and
it
there.
wasn't
We
even
may see some
close.
shit. Yeah, he embarrassed him. That's why I think the rematch gonna go, man. I really think if Tio can get past Moses, I definitely see that Loma has a chance, and I think he could possibly stop Teofimo. Because I think he gonna wear him out. He gonna, use his volume, try to confuse Tio, you know, shot. Use the speed angles, whatever. He gonna wear him down. Because we saw Tio, especially in that 10th round, man. He had Tio gasping for air. Tio was like, at one point, I kind of thought, damn, he gonna stop Tio. He may stop him. You know, he didn't. Theo got a second win. He did what he had to do. I mean, you know,
Teal can't fight. Teal can't fight backwards. That's what it was. He can't fight going backwards.
You know,
he can't like.
Yeah,
I mean, he
you
can.
know,
He may be able to. He may be able to shoot off one shot, but like he can't. Like he's not like bouncy on his feet though. Like he ain't
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
like
That's what I'm
bounce back.
saying.
Like you know what I'm saying. Like that's not what he's gonna do. Like he's gonna like shell up
He wants to come
and try to
forward.
like. Yeah, exactly. Right. He wants to come forward. But I think if he they have to fight, man. Like I really like this whole prima donna bull crap, man. Like I think the only person that really hasn't really got into that is Shakur Stevenson. And he's the only medalist out of all of those guys, man. He hasn't gotten to this like people do not question Shakur Stevenson at all. They question Theo, they question Ryan, and some question Devin. But none of them question Shakur. No one questions Shakur.
Devin.
Devin
a real one too.
I but no one questions Shakur. And no one speaks of Shakur either. Shakur. No one says anything about Shakur. They don't say anything about that guy.
That's good and bad. I think Shakur is excellent. I think, you know, you have fucking idiots like Tim Butterbiscuit Bradley talking about the fight with what's his name, the African police guy. I forgot the dude's name.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, you got him talking about putting the dude to sleep, putting him to sleep and shit. Like, you know, that's the kind of shit that Shakur doesn't need. He needs somebody to fully promote him. Shakur is he's amazing. I can't wait to see him and Jamal.
Yeah.
You know, his hearing step into the ring. You know, it's just Shakur is a real one, as is Devin. Now, as for Ryan King Bitch Garcia, aka I feigned mental health because I want to avoid Tank and I want to avoid Devin. You know, that dude can go somewhere. He's nobody believes this dude, man. He posted on Twitter today. I made fun of him. He claimed that next year was his year, nothing but big fights. You ducked from fighting Javier Fortuna after you almost got stalked by Luke Campbell Soup. Let's call it for what it is. So all of a sudden next year you're gonna have big fights. Fuck out of here! I can't stand
because you know that saying, "New year, new me." Shit.
Right. Ryan need to go somewhere. He just need to retire, man. Look, he just need to fight Tank so Tank can knock his head off into like the nosebleeds or whatever they fight, and then we don't ever have to hear from this dude ever again. His footwork is ass. He doesn't have any fucking defense. Like everything about this dude is off, bro. You know, he's suspect, man. He annoying. I look at that dude and get mad, bro.
Yeah, man. But we want to see those fights, and the thing that really I think is irritating to a lot of fighters and that stuff like that. It's just like, yo, you do a lot of talking, but you're not getting into the ring, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He don't get
you know what I'm saying? Like, you do all this talking and you keep talking and you keep talking and you keep talking. And I think as men, I think for masculinity, that's not what we like. That's just not what we do, man. Like, and that's like, yo, you know what? To me, that's a female trait, right? That goes back to a female trait because it's like, yo, your lady will talk to you and that stuff like that. You be like, well, you need to do this, and this. He's like, oh, I didn't want that. I just wanted you to listen to me. It's like, well, like I'm trying to give you solutions to how you can, you know what I'm saying, do what you need to do and that stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we solution based people. Like, let's get it cracking. Like, and that's what some of these fighters sound like. Yo, y'all just keep talking. It's like, yo, as a person, like, yo, I gotta put my money up to buy you a fight and that stuff like that, and you about to go fight some dude that's I could care less about and that stuff like that. Like, yo, come on, dude, man. You just talking about I'm about to fight Pacquiao, I'm about to fight Gervonta Davis. No, they put you. You know what I mean? Like that didn't happen. They say, "Yo, Fortuna," and you like, "Oh, I got this." And like, come on, man! Like, what the fuck is going on, yo? Then you go on his YouTube, and yo, this dude got millions and millions of views and stuff like that.
And
He
then
got 8 million followers and stuff like that, yo.
out and knocked out Gervonta Davis that night. He seen Barrios fight talking about out and knocked out Gervonta Davis. Come on, bro.
Come on, man! Like, yo,
that dude's an ass clown. We don't need him in boxing. We don't need him in boxing.
What is going like? What is like? Yeah, man! Like this is.
Who can he fight? Who can he fight in 2022?
Really is, man.
Who can he fight in early 2022 that will make y'all forgive him for all the bullshit?
If he's not fighting, Devin, Tank, Loma, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear shit.
Yo, he's wasting time, yo.
What if he get that Manny?
You know, he's going to need a tune-up. He's going to need a tune-up.
Manny retires him.
He's probably going to fight. He's probably going to fight Linares.
Linares might beat him. No, I thought Linares had retired after his loss to Haney.
Nah, I don't think so.
I mean,
but if he fight Linares and he beat Linares, they put him back in the mix though, because then they're gonna compare his performance to Devin's performance.
Then he needs to get it on.
Yeah,
I think Devin boxes Ryan's ears off.
And Ryan,
Ryan said that. He's like, yo, I'm trying to. He's came out and said, yo, I'm trying to retire by 26. He said that. He was at what was it? He was at was it Jake Paul's last fight or Logan Paul's last fight?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like he's like it amazes me, man. Like it's these is young fighters though, man. Like I'm more like.
What you think about this new generation? The new generation where the contender's so scared of the champion, they rather fight each other. I've never heard of a contender never wanting to fight the champion. That's wild. Isn't that the goal of being a boxer? To want to fight the champion?
It could be that, or it could be Oscar De La Hoya trying to save his company. Because that's his last piece on the board right there. If Ryan goes down, he ain't got nothing else on his. He do got Virgil. But I mean, he can't put Virgil. I think Virgil loses against Jerron in this.
You know what I said? The best move for Oscar De La Hoya to do for Virgil right now is put him in Texas again against anybody black. It don't even matter. Just anybody black right now, and just do another solid event. That's money, because those folks, they love to see him now. They like, oh yeah, he coming there, he knocking folks out. Did you see that crowd at that Ford Center? Oh my God. Yeah. So
it looked like the same crowd when Earl fought Kambosos.
I mean, when Earl fought
they was at the Frisco. Yeah, they was at the Frisco.
Not
Stadium.
Carlos
Earl fought
Ocampo. You mean
Ocampo.
Carlos Cambosos. Yo.
Whatever happened to Ocampo after Earl wounded him? Whatever to do.
He went on at least like a 3-4 fight win streak, yo.
Did he really?
No lie, but he was fighting like dudes in like Mexico. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Shit.
What is this, man? Like, what are they doing, man? Like,
these kids, they ruining.
This is a mockery to the sport, man.
Think about it.
It's a mockery to the sport, man.
Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez is coming off the biggest wins of their career. Biggest wins of their career. And now all that buzz they had after that biggest win is going downhill. They have no momentum now.
It's going to cost them, man. I feel like it's going to cost them. Maybe not now, but eventually it will.
I think Teo has a way better win than Ryan. Way better.
I agree.
It's not even close, bro. It's night and day, man. It's night and day. I think these fighters are looking at what Ryan Garcia has on social media, and they're saying, yo, this is gonna translate into dollars or into superstardom. And I think that may be where they may be going wrong, yo. Yo, as long it don't matter how you win, as long as you win, man. Go out and get these fights and keep winning, man. Like
Yeah, as long as you're
eventually,
not
all
cheating.
that, yeah, exactly, yeah, right, yo. Go out and get these wins, man. Keep fighting, man. Like, yo, Ryan Garcia is not the end all be all, man. And it
Right.
really does. It does him a lot when you go out there and you say, "Oh yeah, yeah, Ryan Garcia is a big fight." It's like, why are you saying he's a big fight?
He's not a
He's
big
never
fight.
beaten anybody, yo. Like, why are you giving this guy all this credit and he hasn't beaten anybody, yo? You're basically you basically saying analytically, if you beat him, it's going to translate into you becoming something bigger and that stuff like that. And that's not, and you can't prove that. You cannot, you cannot prove that. So why even stand on? Why didn't you even say anything like that, man? Like, no, like Devin Haney's been on YouTube he's been on YouTube much longer than him. I was watching Devin Haney and his fights on YouTube when he was fighting in Mexico and that stuff like that, man. Like, yo, dog, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. It's no need to keep mentioning these guys' names and stuff like that, man. Like, yo, come on, man. Like,
if you're not gonna fight them,
essentially, like, yeah.
Like
It's like,
Ryan,
yo.
Ryan is the epitome of a bitch. He does a lot of talk. I mean, this dude went on hot boxing with Mike Tyson, spoke the tank, yelled like a little girl. So I'm gonna knock you out, man. I'm gonna knock you in 2 rounds, man. Nothing manifested of it.
He done raised Mike Tyson blood pressure up because he was ready to see that fight. All that. Mike Tyson was happy as hell. He was like, "Take this nigga talking crazy about you, Tank." To all this, go ask Mike Tyson about Ryan Garcia right now. Let me know what he
he a hoe. He gonna say he a bitch.
He gonna say he's a bitch. He'll never probably even invite him back on that fucking show.
I don't think he will, and rightfully so should. I mean, this dude Ryan, he's a clown, man. He flopping like a fish against Luke Campbell soup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but want to talk shit, and then I can never respect somebody like that. Not the fact I would respect Ryan. Let me tell you, I would respect Ryan for all his faults if he was at least constantly trying to improve, fighting better competition, working on things. Instead, what he's doing is he's running his mouth, right? He's not really improving, right? He's fighting somebody like Luke Campbell, cool, whatever. It's
on the Euro Tour, man. He on the Euro Tour.
Huh?
He on the Euro Tour.
He should have just beat Luke Campbell and then beat Fortuna.
Like his predecessor.
Right, but instead he decides to feign he's having mental health issues and he's depressed, which we know is bullshit. Like, because he proved it. He went on talking shit about this person, posting videos. Like, bro, get out of here, man. Fuck him. Like, I would respect it if he was honest and said, "I'm not ready. I'm not ready for Javier Fortuna at this moment in my career." I would have respected that. I would have said, "Okay, you know what? Cool. Let me take another step up fighter, 2 before I keep going." No, he had to lie, bro. I don't like that. He had to lie and claim he had a mental health problem.
But that's the thing about mental health, though. You can't prove that they're lying, though.
No, he lying. He lying.
Because you can't prove that someone has a mental health, though.
No, I get you, but
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, it's like you really can't, though. It's like when when someone has like a mental breakdown, they don't have enough mental fortitude and that stuff like that.
I did that shit at work, bro. I swear to God. Like after that Ryan Garcia news, I was like, yo, and it was like, it was around mental health month too, right? Bro, I swear to God, I told the manager at my job, I was like, yo, I got some crazy news in my life. I'm not feeling too good mentally. You know what I'm saying? For my mental health, I think it's best that I go home. And they let me go home. And they let me go home. Paid leave, all that. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But I was like, Sam, like, oh, that's just crazy as hell. But it is what it is because that mental health card.
You can't measure it.
Can't really measure.
You can't measure it. You can't measure it, man. Can't measure it. I'm not saying I'm giving the benefit of the doubt or anything like that. But my thing is this, and this is how I operate. Yo, you got 1 or 2 more times, man. After that, I'm not fucking with you, man. Like, it's it, man. I'm not fucking with you, bro. That's it, man. Devin's been out here on Devin's on some grassroots shit, yo. He's on some grassroots. Yo, he got money. He got bread. But he's still on some grassroots grind and shit right now, yo. Like, come on now. Like, grinding. I'm like, I relate to the grind. I relate to like, yo, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. No excuses, so on and so forth. So when they say, yo, mental health or I need to take a break, so on and so forth, and that stuff like that, like the climate that we in right now, like, all right, cool. But at the same time, in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, he sound weak, man. Like, he just sound weak. Like, when the going gets hard, he gonna crash. He gonna lay down.
And I think the difference between Devin and Ryan is a clout chaser. He's doing this shit for clout. Devin is doing this shit for passion and legacy. Devin want to be great. Ryan just wants some kind of acceptance from people. You know, Devin is doing this shit for legacy.
Ryan want that. He want that. What Jake Paul got going on, but he fucked up by being a real boxer at first. You know what I'm saying? You can't just jump and be a YouTube boxer when you're actual listed as a real boxer.
Yeah, they're like, yo, you got to fight Gervonta Davis. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah. He's like, nah. I want to fight. Hold on. Khabib and shit. All the motherfuckers.
Wait, well, hold on. Slow down. Hey, hold on. Yo, they're like, yo.
And speaking of Tank,
Ryan, I want you to say you want to fight Pacquiao. Okay.
Oh man. Yo, did Rolly retire?
He should.
Was he trolling or not? Because that dude's fucking. He's another idiot.
I don't think he should retire.
I think he
should get retired though.
If he's not gonna fight Tank, if he's not gonna fight Tio, if he don't want to fight Devin, shit. Even if he don't want to fight Ryan, bro, he just need to go. Because he talks too much shit. Talking about these dudes don't want to fight me, but when Devin sent the contract over, he's somebody retiring. Yeah, bro, like, we're get out of here. We don't got time for that shit. Listen, it's either you with the smoke or you not with the smoke. Don't talk like you with the smoke though. If you don't talk like you want the smoke if you ain't really about it. I mean, that shit really don't make sense. You just a hoe out here. I know he don't want to fight Tank. I don't know if y'all seen Southpaw video, but he know Nate Jones, and every time Tank walk in the gym, Rolly walking out, bro. That should tell you everything right there. That boy's scared. He a clown, bro. There's too many clowns out here, bro. What? Oh man. From Tyson Fury to Dillian White to Rolly to Ryan. Oh my God!
It's really, but it's like the rubber band effect, though.
Mm-hmm.
You try to push as far, you try to stretch as far as you can until you like hot, then you take it. You take that fight or whatever. And, you know what I mean? Like, you win, you gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I mean, it's like a common practice now.
It goes into what
it's like everybody's doing it now. There's no morals behind it.
It's annoying. It's supposed to
call it clout chasing, right?
Can y'all hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah.
So check this out. So this is my thing. Like you said, everybody respects Canelo, right? You know why they respect Canelo? You said in the industry, like other boxers.
I got you now.
Like
money making.
Yeah, you know why they respect him? Because they know he milking the hell out the game. Because for you to be a boxer, and then you see another boxer, they calling him the best while he beating up European garbage cans, and they paying him all this money in the world.
Garbage cans, damn.
You like, dude, you really gotta look at it like, dude, I want to be like that. Like, how is he taking less punishment fighting dudes for that much money while I'm over here fighting dude from Lithuania and shit with fucking with muscles on top of his neck for $20,000. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Fighters, they
Yeah.
look
No,
up,
that's true.
they look up to Canelo like, dude, I want to get like that. And all these other fighters, these young dudes, they like, dude, I don't want to get my ass kicked in the process to become that. I just want to get that right away.
I think
Yeah, but you gotta.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think it's more of a team discussion, right? Like they're like
Right.
really strategically talking about the game and like, yo, how can we maneuver through it?
Yeah,
Because honestly, I don't
these
think any
matchmakers'
fighter is
job.
scared of anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I'm
I
pretty sure
think,
they play that thought through their mind, like, yo, I could lose
or not just
in a
lose.
particular scenario, right?
Yeah, I can get fucked up where I won't be the same no more after this. So why would I risk that fighting this guy when I
Facts.
can fight this bum for
Facts.
way more money? It's just
Yeah,
common
that's true.
business.
But
Or
it
or I
is
could
business.
fight
But
him
why would
and
you
I
do
could
that
beat him.
though? Like, what isn't the goal to be the best? Like, shouldn't you want to be the best? Shouldn't you want to test yourself against the best? You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't you?
Yeah.
Shouldn't
So
you
this
want?
is what I believe. I believe the fighters back in the day, the reason why they were so eager to fight each other is because there was money every time they fight somebody. They wasn't making the type of money that they're making now. So it's like, dude, I gotta fight. I gotta fight the best of the best so I can get this paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, these guys like, dude, I can fight this guy for $800,000, $3 million once a year. Why risk possibly getting the over the bone broken or some bullshit, fighting this tough ass guy, and then bounce off of that and fight the next tough guy? They be thinking like, dude, I want some longevity in this game. I want to fight this guy, milk him, milk this company.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like it's too much money involved for them to risk it by fighting somebody dangerous and getting hurt.
No,
I think we
I
like
see. I
to.
see what you're
I
saying.
yeah, I can see that. But also, I think like when we study and we watch the fight game and that stuff like that, we like to then watch videos of the past, right? But we never even lived 1 second in the past and like to create these scenarios of what it was or what it, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be and that stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
My number one goal is I want to see the best fighting the best, man. I don't care
Yeah.
about like all the extra cupcakes stuff about it. You know what I mean? Like I
And
know it's
that's what
there,
and that's
but
what they think
you know what I
about it,
mean?
dude.
Like, but the way to stop all that from happening is the money. We stop spending our money, then we're not gonna get these bad fights. Like it's just
Yeah,
not
you
gonna
gotta hit it. You
happen.
gotta hit them where it hurts.
Like seriously, like how long are we gonna be like, you know what? They doing that. You know, doing okay this year. You know, like put on this fight. You can only name five less than. I mean, can you name a handful of fights that were great this year? Like premier
Shit.
ones
Ooh,
they
that's a good
promoted
one.
that was.
Like, is it main
Man.
events
None.
or? Yeah, I mean, in terms of being great fights this year, I guess from like an actual fight standpoint, damn, I can't even say
Or
Tank
a
versus Barrios.
boxing match, right?
I can't
Excellent
even say,
boxing match.
yeah, I can't even say Tank versus Barrios was like great. It was
Not,
good,
I
but
think
we knew
Tank
Tank was
versus
gonna win.
Barrios is probably the best boxing event lately because
Yes,
it was a pay-per-view. People had fun. It was a good knockout. You know, it was an interesting matchup. And it's Tank seeing him at 140. I mean, people like that, but now it's just like we wanted something bigger. What's the bigger event than that?
yeah. I
Right.
mean, you can't say. I think it would have been Spence and Pacquiao, but then the whole thing with Spence happened. So I mean, I really hope he recovers, man,
Y'all
and is able to
watched
come back
that? Y'all
strong.
watched the Yugas versus Manny Pacquiao full broadcast, right?
Yes, I
How
Yeah.
watched
many
the fight.
times did, how many times
Yeah.
did they mention Wilder versus Fury 3, which is happening in
They didn't
what?
mention that
Like,
shit at all.
I didn't hear it. Yeah, I didn't hear it. I was like,
because
which I
man,
find it
motherfuckers
very
not even
strange.
sure this shit gonna happen, man.
And
nah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I don't know. I don't know. Listen, the reason why I say I don't know, I originally said it was gonna happen, and then I was listening to Drew Titan, and one of the guys, I don't know, it wasn't one of the panel members, but somebody in the chat, they made an excellent point. And the thing is, Tyson Fury has a history of not defending belts. He's got a history of ducking shit. You see what I'm saying? So listen, and we said this last week. I don't know if you were on the panel or listening, to us last week, but we were saying that Tyson Fury is now using his newborn daughter, stating that if she doesn't get better, he's not gonna, partake in the trilogy. This dude has an excuse every time a fight's coming up. You can't trust him.
Dude, he got caught. Here's my thing. I feel like he was probably going to go into the third fight and cheat again. But he got caught.
Exactly.
But he got caught. So that's why he tried to run. Tried everything in his power to run. But man, oh man. I feel bad for him. He need matter of fact, I don't feel bad for him, but I'm just saying it sucks that a white dude from Canada spoiled his plans.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, but what happened if he's like that and can't fight though?
No, but if you really could fight, would you have to cheat?
That's who he is. Like, yeah, I'll cheat and I'll still fucking fuck you up. Yo, like that's me. That's what I do. Like I try to get as much I can, and I still go into like whatever. Like I try to still get a little or some type of advantage. Or when it's even little, like this is tragic, man. Like, how do you not say or investigate what has happened, man? Like,
because he's got the complexion for the protection,
dude,
bro.
The biggest.
This is a disgrace, man. This is bigger than complexion, man. This is a disgrace to the sport of boxing.
The difference between
people keep saying it's a disgrace, like it's a racial, like this is a disgrace to
the difference between the Resto fight and Wilder versus Fury is one fight got an investigation, and the other fight, the WBC told us to go fuck ourselves.
Yep, but Suleiman called us all stupid. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah, and the Fred boxing.
Fuck that fat piece of shit. He needs to go sit down somewhere. He's
and
another crook.
He over here DMing Wilder's wife, trying to get her to pick up the phone. Because Wilder like, hell no, I ain't fucking with your ass. Your ass going down too.
Because he know he's
going down too.
Yeah, he know he's wrong.
You're like, hell no.
WBC like, wait, hold on. I reviewed the evidence, Wilder, so
Wilder's like, hell no.
Hey, he probably on some like Wilder, like, can you please not tell what's going on? Like, we'll make sure you get the rematch, all that. They probably told us some underhand shit. Like, I'm just guessing. Like, yeah, they'll probably tell him like, dude, I'm sorry, Wilder, but please, we can't blow up the spot. We'll let you get your rematch.
It's possible, because I don't trust Suleiman.
Yeah, I think Suleiman lives in the state of fear though, because he's fucking a lot of people over. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, man. Like, but he's the face of it. He's coming out to events. He's hosting in conventions and so on and so forth. So
that dude needs to be gone. He's got to be gone. He has to be. He's got to be gone from boxing. I do think that we are beginning to see a change.
I think Wilder has to be better.
Hopefully. No, I'm saying in the sport in general, because I think now.
No, I just think Wilder has to be better in this fight.
Everybody's looking for cheating now.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, there you
go.
But
Wilder still has to fight, though. He still has to fight. The main goal isn't just cheating. He still has to show up and fight that night, though.
No, I get you.
Not just worrying about he has to be ready to fight. Like, I hope he's not going into the fight like, oh man, I hope I gotta look out for cheating. Like, like you couldn't go in the fight and try to fuck him up, yo.
I think him and Malik Scott and the rest of the team got it covered. You got Tay Jones out there. They know what to look for now. But I think my bigger point is everybody, as our man said, everyone is looking for cheating now. We're seeing, believe it or not, I think we're seeing a big shift in the sport of boxing. Look, there's
like 5 people got caught cheating within like the last 8 months.
Yeah, you had who was the dude Shaquille Foster fought who got caught?
But that's not Wilder's. Like Wilder should never be thinking about that. His team should be thinking about that. I mean, I'm gonna say he should never, but I mean, it could be on his mind. But he has to make sure that he's training. Like
he's training, but
motivation.
As Wilder, you have to think about that because you got to use that. You got to use that excuse so you can kill that motherfucker when y'all get in the ring. If you get in the ring, because he needs to. I am going to say what I want him to do to Fury. I think I've said it enough, but I want him to get. I want him to. I want Fury to be gone from here after this fight. I want him. Let's just say I want him to get hit with something, and if he wakes up or not, I don't care. Let's do it like that.
Hey, Armin, what round you think Fury's going to get knocked out in the? You think Fury's going to get knocked out, or he's going to? If Fury
shows up,
outbox him, or just
if Fury shows up,
beat him up for the whole fight.
I think Wilder's gonna fuck him up in like the first 4 rounds. He's gonna get caught with something, and I think he's gonna get up again. But I feel like he's gonna go to his corner and never leave his corner.
That's possible. Yeah, for fear of embarrassment. That's true.
Because he'd rather be there for his family than rather get knocked all the way out. And I mean all the way out.
Yeah, he might get the range Wilder, is feeling. It's one thing if y'all just have to do it if it's business. It's one thing, to do it if you dislike somebody. Like in the case with him in Brazil. But this is a different level. This is pure hatred.
He wants to
and
kill
Fury
you.
is scared. Yeah, Fury is afraid. Did you? Jay, did you see the press conference that they had for Wilder Fury 3 before Fury claimed he had COVID?
Yeah,
I was like scared.
Yeah, you never. When have you ever seen Fury take a deep breath like that? Fury's scared. He's afraid.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I spoke to people.
You have to be a little bit scared to go into stuff like
Fury
this.
Was literally crying.
That's good.
They said literally Fury was crying to the judge, dude, trying to get out this fight.
I believe it. I believe he's a coward. He's a coward.
He showed up to the court date.
Yeah, they had a whole case. They had to take it to arbitration.
But I'm saying, sure, Deontay Wilder had lawyers that went to court for him. Like he wasn't showing up every time.
So, according to the people I spoke to, my sources, they said that Tyson Fury was in the arbitration trying to bring up the defamation of character up, and the judge had to see everything of why Wilder would accuse him of all this. And the people say that the judge was leaning more towards Wilder based off the information that was received. And they say Fury's in there crying, trying to get out this fight.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen that. Dude, hey, you remember that interview from behind the scenes where Fury had that like flamingo ass shirt on?
That same shit. You lying right now. You lying right now.
I swear I'm not lying. I swear I'm not lying. They said that man was in there crying.
I believe it. Yeah, I believe it.
Did you see how uncomfortable Fury was when Michelle kept on asking him about the Wilder situation? He started
very uncomfortable.
Remember, he started unbuckling his shirt and shit. Is it getting hot in here? Shit.
No.
He was nervous as hell. Whenever Wilder name got brought up, he was nervous.
I think if the fight does happen, I think it's going a little bit longer than 4 rounds. I think it's going towards the 7th to 9th round. Wilder destroys him. I think Wilder is going to punish him first a little bit. He's going to soften him up, and then that right hand is really going to come out of nowhere. And if I wouldn't mind if Fury got up once or twice and then doesn't get up again. Huh?
No, go ahead. My bad.
I kind of want to see him knock Fury out of the ring. Fury's head hits the table or something. This dude, he got to go, man. Fury got to get gone from planet Earth. Dude is, man.
Don't y'all find it so weird that this is a major fight, and he's talking about I'm going dark?
Yeah, it's very.
Is that part of their contract? If they're promoting a major fight like that, wait, hold on. You have to post something, dude. You have to promote this fight. Why are you not trying to promote this fight?
Yeah,
he don't want it.
Yeah, he don't want no smoke. I think he's trying to cycle off some shit. Or I think he was. You remember Nicholas Ashbury has said that, I don't know if you guys have seen those interviews he did with Joe and stuff, but he said like he's seen Fury in the gym popping pills and shit, man, and doing all kinds of shit.
So you think he's gonna? So you think he's? My bad. You think he's gonna somehow? You think he's gonna get out the fight?
Yeah, somebody seen. You seen that message Tay Jones got on his phone? That text message?
Yes, I saw it.
No, I didn't see it.
Explain to him real quick.
So someone they randomly messaged Tay Jones and they called him the N-word and said, I know what drugs Fury is gonna be on in the fight, and you won't be able to tell because the masking agent is like some next level shit. Not exact word for word, but essentially paraphrase. So I personally think, as our man said last year, I think that's probably Sugar Hill.
I think that's Sugar Hill too, bro. On everything, I think that's Sugar Hill.
He got to feel guilty.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Say that one more time. My bad.
Yeah, somebody sent Tay Jones a message on a text message, right? And it was basically like, hey, N-word with the ER. He said, I hate Tyson Fury too because that motherfucker owes me money now. He's not trying to pay me. And he's going to beat Deontay Wilder again because he's going to be on this performance-enhancing drug. And he named two of them. He named the exact ones. And then he says you're not going to be able to find out because he's going to be on a masking agent that's so strong that you won't be able to find out. And then, and we just like, and I'm just
that's
like,
what they said? They say,
yeah,
he's going to be on some super crazy drug. And he's got this, anti-masking agent.
Because, you're able to mask certain things, man.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, that's just somebody just trolling him.
Nah, there ain't nobody trolling.
But then again, that's somebody. I'm thinking that's somebody with a guilty conscience.
I think so too.
And look who's not around.
Yep. And y'all gotta think about this
that's
too.
Someone that's just bored.
Nah, ain't nobody that's bored. I think it's somebody in his camp.
I'm just saying, if you was a detective, information like this you just don't shun away.
Yeah.
But how many times have you heard it though? Or how many times has been?
But for somebody to randomly text,
how could they?
This wasn't no social media.
Everybody got a cell phone though. Everybody got a cell phone.
How did they get Tay's number?
Everybody could text some crazy shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but that was so specific. Plus the name of the two drugs, and say Tyson Fury owes him money. That's very specific. I personally think that was somebody in Fury's team with a guilty conscience like Sugar Hill. Shit, even Fury got a guilty conscience. That motherfucker, after the second fight, he said, I wanted to kill myself afterwards. Who says that?
You think he's trying so that's his team coming out with this stuff? Like, but what is he trying to, like,
Him and Sugar, I don't think him and Sugar Hill are working together anymore.
What the hell? I mean, what is he trying to do? Like, stop the fight or, like, get...
He's trying to warn champ. That's what he's trying to do.
Because it's like this. We feel like, okay, this is how I feel. This is just my conjecture. This is not something that you can go say, oh, this is a fact or whatever. But this is just my conjecture based off of information I received and information I see. So this guy, Sugar Hill, is not involved with Tyson Fury no more, dude. The dad, John Fury, he's out on tape blasting Crunk Jim. He shitted on Crunk Jim. He said they either knocking people out or getting knocked out at Crunk Jim. He says he don't like the way that. Yeah, that's what the father said. And then he said, Tyson Fury's getting complacent with a certain type of style like the Crunk. He basically said Crunk Jim style is a problem. And it's like, dude, that doesn't make any sense when the Crunk Jim style got him his biggest win of his career in America.
Right.
So Notice that Sugar Hill's not here, and they are in England talking about they going dark training. Man, Sugar Hill, he know what's up. He's like, dude, this guy is gonna be on this, and that. I can't hold this shit in no more. Fuck Tyson Fury.
Yeah, I think I still think Tyson is gonna lose in devastating fashion. I think at this point, there's nothing he could do in terms of like
nothing
cheating,
he could take.
Nothing he could take, right? Nothing he could do for the gloves because there's a microscope on him and his entire team now. And Mark Breland is gone. We know Mark Breland hating ass was never really one for Deontay anyway.
Watch how much in the broadcast for Wilder versus Fury 3 where they emphasize the gloves and hand wrapping. Watch. Man, they gonna have cameras on all that shit there, so everybody, the whole crowd can see that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who bought the pay-per-view gonna be able to see the cameras, and none of them cameras getting shut off this time.
Yeah, none of them.
They gonna make sure of it.
And none of that fake.
I was listening to Counterpunch TV today. You know his review of my debate with Ring IQ.
That dude,
you know what he says?
Fucking channel down.
He says, what type of idiot wants to go into a fight with somebody who cheated them before? Twice.
You want your get back. You want your revenge. Listen, we weren't even playing field. I say this all the time, right? Obi-Wan is honestly, Obi-Wan is a fair fight. I wouldn't be upset if Fury had won and beat the champ fair and square. I'd be upset, but I wouldn't be enraged. I wouldn't be like, oh, blah, blah, fuck Fury, fuck his family, da, 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 rah, rah, rah. I would just say, all right, shit, my man's lost.
We gave him props when he beat Wilder.
Correct. We gave him props. We just say, all right, damn, champ lost. He got to, re-up, train up, and handle business in a rematch. But nah, this dude cheated. He's got a history of cheating. Look against Klitschko, getting caught for Nandrolone. John McDermott switching out the gloves. When he fought USS Steve Cunningham, you know what I'm saying? Hitting him in the head, holding him, blocking his vision while he uppercut him. Shit like that. Christian Hammer with the detached thumb.
He fought Cunningham fucked up, dude.
That was dirty. Yeah, that was crazy.
He did his ass dirty, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, man. That's just crazy, dude. I'm about to end this live though, y'all. It's been a good show. Gotta get some Z's, man. I work in the AM.
Yeah, me too, man. All right, everybody. Night.
Hopefully we get some new boxing news. September 2nd, we're gonna talk about how DAZN bought Sean Porter versus Terrence Crawford.
God, I hope not, man. Oh my God. Yeah, I hope not. September 2nd. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it most definitely. But yeah, man.
All right, fellas.
All right, everybody.
Stay up, man.
Shout out to the audience too, man. Thank y'all. And thank you for having me on, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Yep, no problem.